Okay, so here we are in the cavern of Candlekeep, and the 3D projection above Lumen's pool waters actually sort of starts to waver and flicker, and you can see Lumen sort of concentrate real hard, and the little rainbow glitter, like she stamps her paws, sort of streaks out, and eventually the map, that 3D projection, returns, and she appears to have like stabilized her connection to that, and it shows, you can see in the map sort of slowly rotating above the pool, an eruption of the erasure close to exaltation. As well, you can see underneath the surface 2 more currently sort of growing columns that are working their way up to the top. One is not too far from the Colosseum. You can see it sort of on the surface, sort of 3D Colosseum, and there's this erasure column sort of climbing up through the subsurface there. And another is just west of the tower called Faerun and, which you might recall is made from the remains of an ancient red dragon and turned into like a library tower that like librarians do their thing in. And also in the cavern, there is Malthodak, the Bookmaster of Archives, now acting Bookmaster of Defense. And she was sort of kneeling down and looking at Flash Gordo, who is like all wrapped up in on his lily pad. She sort of turns away and looks up, and her eyes narrow as she takes in this projection in the map. You remember she's a large humanoid of Orc and Elvish ancestry. She often wears a duster, and from your previous adventures, you know she's actually a wizard by training. She says, well, that does not look so good. We're going to lose control of the surface and bring the firepower of the whole sword chorus down on our heads if we don't get this under control. Won't matter if the strike team gets to the magnifier, if a barrage of fire and bronze dragons wipes Candlekeep out. That's going to attract attention. She says, I still got a couple dozen librarians up top, maybe Bookmaster Briar and Takedi still, fingers crossed. Looks like they might need some more active leadership up there. And she starts strapping on spellbooks onto her belt and across her back, and she calls across to Gerardo, of course, your dragonborn quartermaster. You got a verbal connection with the strike team still? I'm thinking we need to do a redeployment. And you guys all might recall that you were given friendship earrings by Gerardo, little earring whispers, so that the bookmarked anyway can talk to each other. Gerardo sort of grunts, looks up from a tiny floating chest that he's been piling full of valuables. It cuts in a note. I think they're still getting used to how to use them. I heard some things they probably didn't intend for me to hear, but at least I heard them. They seem to be alive. What's your message? Maul says, stand by there, Gerardo. Paige, Ripley, yes. Right?
Sorry, what? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking we need to...
You need our help?
Yeah, honestly, what I need... Yeah, okay, let's put it that way. Not, for instance, that actually I need Zrill, and she and I are going to go redeploy the forces up top and actually take control of that situation while you guys join the strike force in their very important mission, right?
The way you said that made it seem like perhaps the strike force's mission was not the most important part, but...
It is. It totally is. Yep. It's just, okay. You know what? I need some more strong arms on my side and some little bit more military leadership. And you know what? Gerardo can handle the rest down here. And Ripley, I gotta talk to you about what's going on with Master Flash over there. But
sure. Yeah, he looks like he's in pretty bad shape.
Right. But I figure you'd be of, a lot of help figuring out the magnifier and all the other arcane stuff that's going on.
We are very clever, so...
Well,
Count
some
on
of us
us.
are clever. The two of us together are pretty clever.
Oh, speaking of which, says Maul, are you done with Flash there? He still looks pretty asleep to me.
Yeah, I've tried. I've healed him as much as possible. I could try slapping him around, see if that wakes him up. That generally works sometimes.
Why don't you give me a medicine check there, Ripley? Do
Sure.
you have a D20 on you?
Can I peek over his shoulder and be like, did you check his spleen? Can I give him assistance?
Sure.
I don't think it's his spleen.
Did you check? No.
I can see from here. I think his spleen's fine.
How painful.
Yes, D20. It's a oh boy.
With advantage, you're
it's
getting help.
With advantage.
Right. Okay. Oh, good. Even worse. All right. So that is a 11 medicine check.
Okay. All right. Lumen sort of is actually looking at. She's like, we've run. You know what? We've tried. We are completely out of greater restorations. But even when we tried that on him, he just didn't come to in the same way. I don't know. We didn't have I made a little poem. It didn't seem to make any difference. Smo made a little poem. None of our poems seem to make any difference. Ripley, what you sort of can gather with your role there is that maybe you need some bookmarked poems to really bring Gordo back. Do you remember how you restored everybody after they'd been corrupted is by writing them poems about themselves, and that brought their personality back to them? But it appears to be not just anybody's poems can bring them back.
Go ahead, Ripley. Do your magic.
Sure. Boy, here we go. Well, I recite some verse that I've heard growing up, and so I bend down and I recite. Is a dream alive if it don't come true, or is it something worse?
Lumen's like, that's really deep. Paige, maybe you could follow us up
Absolutely,
with
I would love to
something
help. Yes.
Okay.
Is a dream alive? Can you whisper it again? Is a dream alive?
Is a dream alive if it don't come true, or is it something worse? Is a dream alive if it don't come true? Or is it
Come
something-
back to us, Gordo, and break this curse!
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
You can see that the Gordo starts to stir, and he opens his eyes and wow, where? Okay, there's a lot that needs to be told to me. Hello, and Lumen's like, just okay. Look, it looks like he's kind of okay. And Maul's like, yeah, you know what? We got to go deal with what's going on up top. We'll see if this has really brought him back fully or not, but thank you for your assistance.
Oh, Gerardo, the
Mm.
eye.
Yeah.
Can you look
Oh.
at Gordo?
Oh, the eye. Yeah, I got it. And Gerardo pulls out the eye of the tiger, which of course can see corruption. He's like, he's still clear. He's been clear since we brought him down here. It was just sort of restoring him to himself. But I mean, it's a handy object, always good to have.
Can I have it?
Roll a persuasion check.
Gerardo, please. It's a 24, please.
Well, I guess I've checked everybody that needs to be checked. And Paige, for you.
I immediately look at Gerardo through it.
Gerardo's clean. He looks good.
I give him a hug. Thank you.
Maul's like, all right, you're done saying goodbyes. We gotta head up. Lumen's gonna send us up through the center well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, right. Gerardo, whoa, somebody with one of your earring things. You gotta tell him we're coming. Who can do that for me?
I pull on my ears, like, I don't know how they work. Ripley, do you know how it works?
Why would I know how it works?
You haven't tried. I don't have one either. You guys got them special from Gerardo's. Like, look, you just touch it with your finger, and you say the name of the person you're after, and think about them, and then say your words. It'll cut out after a little while, but that's how it works.
I don't remember what they look like. Do I need to remember what they look like?
Don't remember what they look like?
I'm sorry, it's been a while.
It's been like a week. Zrill?
It's true.
Zrill, can you hear me? Zrill?
Paige?
Hi, are you alright?
I just did this big firewall thing to an obliterator, or this big monster. It seemed to work. I don't know. Where are you?
I'm in the cavern. Maul needs your help. Can we come trade places with you?
I'm here too, by the way.
You hear Ripley? He doesn't
This is
remember what you
Ripley.
look like.
Oh,
Hi, Ripley.
I vaguely remember short and loud, as I recall.
Yeah, you remember?
Yes, that's right.
Derry, can you hear these people?
I hear voices in my head. What's going on?
Oh,
Derry, hi.
Paige?
Wow.
Hi, Paige. Where are you? I can't see you.
I'm with Lumen. Are you alright?
You're with Where's Lumen? I can't see Lumen.
No, no, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing. Ripley and I are going to come and join you. And Maul Thodak needs Zrill. Sorry.
You can see Maul is like location.
Oh,
Location.
right. Where are you?
We're in the tower. We're climbing stairs. A lot of stairs here. But why does Maul need me?
Why do you need her? Oh, Zrill, you're gonna love it. It's about doing some real badass fighting stuff. I think you have to take care of the dragons, probably.
Okay. Zrill's jumping up and down, holding onto Derry's arm.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Are you, I turn to Derry. Are you guys gonna be okay here? Can you make sure to hit stuff extra hard?
Yeah, I'll hit stuff extra hard. Kyler's up there. I'm sure Kyler's doing fine. We'll find out once we get to him.
Very good at hitting hard.
Or Derry,
Yeah.
the hitting hard thing. But also, and she I take off my ring of fire. I go, Paige, are you gonna get here now? Am I supposed to meet you somewhere? What's happening?
I don't know. That part is yet undetermined. Where are you again? You're in the stairs of exaltation?
Yeah, we're heading up to the place we were told to go.
Why don't we meet you on the roof?
Sure.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
Okay.
We could meet halfway. I don't know.
Yeah, I could start coming down. It's a lot of stairs.
And
Oh,
maybe
I
we should
see.
meet at the bottom of the tower. I'll
Okay,
keep heading
great.
up.
Yeah,
At
Derry,
the
go up.
bottom then.
Okay, I'll go down.
Great.
Do
Okay,
that.
perfect.
So
Watch out
really,
for the obliterator, though.
Okay, keep Kyler alive. She shows
Okay.
to Derry.
Zrill, you sort of start heading down the sandstone stairs, the really tight turning sandstone stairs of that tower.
Is there a railing on these stairs?
Yes, it is.
I try to roll
it's
down
sort
the
of-
rail, try to slide
it's-
down the railing.
It's just on the outside of it, if you've ever been in one where it's so tight that it just sort of wraps around itself, but on the sort of the outside of it. Yes, so excellent, cool. Roll an athletics check.
Okay. 15?
Okay, you at least don't hurt yourself, and nobody's there to see it other than Derry as you watch down and you see it looks good, it's good.
Okay.
So Lumen assembles you and sends you and Maul Thodak up the pneumatic tubes to the center well, and as the three of you emerge onto the surface of Candlekeep, you see sort of to your southwest that there is a column of foggy mist, which you guys know well enough is erasure byproduct, and it's starting to like collapse a little bit underneath the breeze. And you see that there is to the north west of you a little bit, there's like a sinkhole starting to form about 30 feet across. And you just, other than the rumble of earth and sort of sliding sands and some rocks tumbling into there, you don't hear anything else. It's actually quite eerily quiet. You head across sort of the remains of what was called the Grove up here, pretty little gardens and cobblestone paths and little bridges and stuff like that. And as you get closer towards the Tower of Exaltation, the big torch standing over 100 feet above the Candlekeep surface, you see that there is this oozy, big, erasure creature that is like sliding into a crevice, and just as you come forward, it slips away and it's gone. And you see that there is the door to Exaltation. It's about 20 feet from where that creature disappeared. And Zrill at about this point would be heading down to the bottom and sort of anxiously beginning to look out, so you could begin to see her.
Zrill!
Oh, hi! Paige! Ripley! You gotta go up
Hey.
there!
Oh, okay.
But first, take this, Paige. Everyone else has one of these fancy rings, and I think you might need it more than I do if I'm gonna help to hit things. You can do Burning Hands twice, or you can do a Fireball once. And she puts the ring, she just hands the ring to Paige.
Wait, you have a ring too? Where'd you get
I
one?
should mention one really
was
big
beside
important
you
thing
when you
see
got
is
it.
the Ring of Fire.
Right, I
It's the
remember.
fire that's sort
Of course.
Incredible. Super powerful. Are you sure you don't need it?
Maul is with them, right?
Yeah, Maul's there. Yeah.
Maul, would I need it? What are we doing?
Yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna wrangle what's left of the librarians up here and see if we can. Well, that column there, we need to do something about that. We need to. Looks like there's some activity up here on the surface. We've got some threatened erasure breakthroughs. We're gonna take that down at least and make sure that we've got things quelled so that we don't attract undue attention while we deal with this problem on our own. Have you seen Bookmaster Takati or Briar?
I'll tell you about them on the way. Okay. Are there spellcasters with our troops?
At the moment, it's just us, and yeah, we might have some.
You should keep it, Zrill.
They're pretty much regular folks, but they
Keep
know how to
it.
use a bow, cast a cantrip.
Okay, and she takes the ring back.
Fire's your thing, it really is your thing. So, I'll be alright. Use it. It's okay.
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 Okay. Watch out for dragons.
Yes.
And giant slug creatures.
Sorry, there are dragons? There are dragons here?
There will be, but not if we do this well. Okay.
Oh, good.
Just
Okay.
take a moment there, Lieutenant, says Maul. So, the other day you were a novitiate, now you are basically second in command of Candlekeep defenses.
Oh, congratulations on the what's the word I'm looking for?
Promotion?
Promotion, that's right.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time to think about it. There's been a lot of running and hitting things since it happened.
And there will be more of that. Do you need to, this might be the last time we all see each other in our current forms. Maul.
You make
Very
it sound like we're all, you make it sound like we're all gonna die.
You know what? We've got a big mission ahead, threat of Pyrrhic destruction ahead as well. So do you need to do or say anything, Zrill, to any of your friends before I take you into the defense of Candlekeep?
I mean, just do what we've been doing this whole time, right? We keep saving people and getting rid of monsters, and I know you're really good at that, and I trust you to do that. And if you don't see me again, please please send the pile of things to Rosette. The
Well-
things in Lumen's cavern.
We'll see you again. Absolutely. So we'll make sure that we meet Rosette with you when you deliver those things, okay?
That would be awesome.
I wish you weren't going, but I understand.
Derry, I know we sort of left you up at the top of the tower, but I would allow that if you like wanted to pop down, that you totally could be in this scene.
Derry!
I'm right up the stairs.
Derry,
Huh? Yeah? What's up?
slide down the railing.
What?
Slide down the railing.
Does Kyler not need my help, or
He's busy working on that puzzle.
want me to slide down?
Yeah. No, you just hear like waves and water up at the top perpetually.
All right, I'll slide down. Whee!
Maul sees you, and for a minute she's like, "Should I invite?" No, and like she's like, "You look strong," but then she like does a little, "We'll leave you on the strength."
What's up?
Well, I'm gonna have to go, and it just in case. I know you guys we're gonna do awesome. We're all gonna get out of this fine. But if not, can we do a high five all together, all at once?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm always
Why
down
is
for high fives.
I assemble us all in a little square. Okay, Derry, you're gonna have to crouch. I'm gonna jump. Paige, jump a little, and Ripley, you're probably standing too. Okay, 1, 2, and then she stops and she pulls Maul in. Okay.
She crouches
1,
Maul.
2, 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel inspired.
I hug
Nice.
Zrill.
Yeah.
Aw.
I hug her anyways. We don't get to play each other. We don't get to play together enough.
I know, I just keep seeing you in passing.
I know. Okay, have fun.
Okay.
Okay, see you soon.
And
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Zrill, thank you so much for helping me take down that angel whose name I already forgot. That's how
Don Pager?
inconsequential. Yeah, sure, that's his name. Thank you so much for helping me take down that angel, and I just want you to know I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure Candlekeep's just as safe,
I appreciate
if not more safe.
More
Well,
safe
yeah.
would be better because
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's healing, but yeah.
Yeah, slightly less destruction here would probably be good. But
And
Yeah.
you see Maul sort of turn the novitiate, now second in command of Candlekeep defenses around, and head off as the fog of the erasure sort of drifts between you. Maul and her tall in her long duster, and little Zrill with her big hammer walking side by side to defend Candlekeep.
Good
That's where
luck.
we'll end this little mini session.
Bye.
bye.
Ho, 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 ho. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 21st and final episode of the D20 Initiative second season, Pages and Mages. This episode is the end. This is the end of everything, of all of the page turning, chapter burning, seat squirming action and excitement we've had over the last few months. We have this episode is called Keep the Candle Lit Part 2. Now, as we get into this, I want to remind people of three things. First of all, we're going to have everything archived on YouTube. So if you haven't been able to watch us live, or you've missed some vital tidbit that you don't understand what's going on, you can flip over to YouTube. You can watch it from beginning to end. It's a mini series. There's so much going on. So take some time, look on the social medias, watch it all on YouTube, and you can have yourself fully set up for the start of our next season. Now, when's that going to be? That's going to happen at some point in the future. So we're still working out all the details. So again, stick with the social medias. Feel free to message us. When we know things, we'll be posting things. Now, before we go too much further, let's just quickly recognize that we are settlers coming to you live from Calgary. These are places with a deep history and a legacy of storytelling. And in the spirit of respect and truth, we honor and acknowledge that we are telling stories in the traditional territories of the Blackfoot people, the Nakota people of the Stoney Nation, the Beaver people of the Tsuut'ina Nation, the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3, and all the people who make their homes in the Treaty 7 territory of Southern Alberta. Now, I will introduce your final players, your final adventurers in a few minutes. I just want to remind everybody that each one of those players needs a fickle hand of fate, of chaos to tweet. So if I'm sure most of you know, but just in case you don't, when we first started a D20 Initiative, it was started in Dickens Pub, and we handed out rubber chickens, and people would literally squeak. So we are going to be doing virtual rubber chickens. We have virtual well-used rubber chickens for this final episode, but we still need people involved. This is going to have an effect on the players. What will happen is with the 4 volunteers, all you do is when you are ready, you type squeak, I interrupt the action, we roll a random effect that affects that particular player, and from there you will be able to see what the effect has on the game. Now, we tweet once or squeak once in this first episode or first half, and we squeak again in the second half, and it's going to be the exact same effect. So the first one can be sort of experimental, exploratory, and the second one can be tactical or strategic or designed to give the player the most amount of grief. Now, we can only do it once per act, so make sure you time this stuff pretty quickly or pretty precisely. So let's start with our players for tonight. We have Alan Johnson playing Derry. We have Griffin Cork playing Kyler. We have Emma Breger doing Paige and doing sound. Crazy Emma. And we have Calvin DiSilva. We have Jen Erickson. She is our DM.
Gerritsen.
What did I say?
Erickson.
No, I didn't. I didn't say Erickson. I might have said Gerritsen.
That would be weird.
It's okay. It's okay, Bevan. We're okay, Bevan.
All right. Now, I should also mention that what's going on is we'll be having this live, and again, I just need to get. Oh, we have our first volunteer, MacGyver, BGYVR.
Yeah.
Hey, MacGyver.
MacGyver, I will have you squeak for Paige.
For me?
We have Raj Smith. Raj, you can squeak for Alan Derry.
Nice.
Let's see. Go through this. All right. Oh, I have someone named Karen Johnson Diamond very stridently wanting to squeak for Griffin Kyler.
Griffin Kyler Cork.
Griffin Kyler Cork. That's what they call me.
And all right. And we have Jason squeaking for Ripley.
Dangerous stuff. Dangerous stuff, Jason. This is a dangerous
Sure, it'll be
squeaker.
right.
High octane squeaking.
All right. So I think you are all experienced squeakers, but just a reminder, you can do it once after Jen, our DM, says that squeaking has begun. and then once again in the second half. And tonight's prize is coming from Yeti Minis. It is a Lamia. So you can take some time right now and Google Lamia if you want to have a vision, if you are into visioning, so you know what you're going to succeed at. You can also take some time and look at YetiMinis.com. You can see all of the things that they do. Yeah. All right. I think I have stumbled through all of this. Obviously, if you are out there tweeting, if you are working on Facebook, feel free to use the hashtags Spades, Pages, and Mages, and also the D20 Initiative. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and you can also find us on our own website, of course, www.d20initiative.com. You can go there. You have links to all of these things. You'll have more bios, more information. And no, I can see you, Karen. I've written you down as you don't have to. Yeah, I can see you. Trust me, I can practically hear you. Where was I? D20 Initiative. Go there if you want to support us. We have a coffee account, Ko-Fi account, and feel free to donate. But for sure, keep track, keep watch, and everybody keep playing. All right. So just as a reminder, BGVR, you are doing Paige. Raj, you are doing Derry. Karen, you are doing Kyler, and Jason, you are doing Ripley. Okay, I am going to hand it over to our lovely and talented and much better prepared DM, Jen, to kickstart this wild adventure. Onward, heroes.
Thanks,
Thank
Kevin.
you, Kevin. All right, everyone. Welcome to the last episode of Pages and Mages, the story of how an apparently random group of librarians were called upon to stop the light of knowledge from being snuffed out in both of their worlds. For indeed, our librarians come from two very different universes. One from the world of steam and lightning known as Eberron, where our librarians live within the bustling library city of Beaconhold, and from the world of horses and castles known as Faerun, where our librarians belong to the library fortress of Candlekeep. The heroes all bear a bookmark, a physical connection to wild magic that allows them mysterious powers, but with the price of being at its whims. The ancient guardians and embodiments of knowledge in each library take the form of sphinxes, and these sphinxes were roused from their deep watches to assist in the fight against these incursions of darkness. Eberron appears safe. Our heroes were victorious in both a literal and metaphorical battle to free knowledge from control on high, in the form of a fallen angel called Don Peter. But here in Candlekeep, things are nowhere near safe. An amorphous, misty ooze known as the Erasure has been literally seeping through the deep vaults of Candlekeep, erasing all written matter and evolving into more devious forms that have corrupted some of the bookmasters of the library, to further their apparent aim of destroying hard-won learning under a cloud of ignorance. Their fight against the relentless Erasure has been bolstered by the creation of the Eye of the Tiger, a magical device that can see the Erasure and its corruption, and of course the Sphinx, Lumen herself. She is deeply connected to a magical network known as the Plexus, a network that allows her some control over the tricky passages and vaults of deep Candlekeep. We are in the middle of a desperate attempt to defeat the Erasure for good. Knowing that the invasion threatens not just Candlekeep, but all of the Sword Coast and perhaps all of Faerun, the head librarian of Candlekeep has reached out to the surrounding kingdom and the city of Baldur's Gate. Those forces have surrounded the library by sea, land, and, in the form of a pair of bronze dragons, air. Their orders are to burn Candlekeep to the ground in less than 24 hours, or if they see any evidence of the Erasure escaping the area, to destroy it utterly to prevent further spread. The erasure has grown too mighty for the dozen or so Candlekeep librarians who are left to destroy in direct combat. But they have devised a plan to use Lumen's plexus to deliver a blast of arcane magic to the bulk of the erasure that still lurks beneath the surface of Candlekeep. To do this, our heroes must, number 1, players, please remember your plan. Activate the spell magnifier at the base of the torch tower. We are in the process of that. 2, light the arcane candle of legend lore at the base of the magnifier. 3, direct this arcane beam into the plexus node at the center of Candlekeep. But you must do so by bouncing it off reflective surfaces in 2 different locations. The mirrored sun on top of the Colosseum, and the window of the Eye of the Dragon, the tower known as Faerun Tenamar, although any 5-foot reflective surface will do. Placing items to cast legend lore onto the arcane beam will power the beam with knowledge that will counteract the creep of erasure.
Yep.
But even now, as the strike force attempts to solve the puzzle that will start up the spell magnifier, columns of erasure are beginning to erupt through the surface. Our heroes are caught between a rock and a hard place. The pre-recorded session that you just saw with our character Zrill, who couldn't be with us here today, is set in this moment. So we will have that along with all the other sessions and our performance checks on YouTube. Go watch it. Maybe you caught it at the pre-show. It's awesome. But in case you didn't see it, in the Crystal Pool Cavern, beneath in the deeps of Candlekeep, the bookmasters and Lumen watched in alarm as 2 more columns of erasure threatened to break the surface, making a total of 3 up there. The acting bookmaster of defense, Mal Thodak, decided it was time to bring some harder-hitting leadership to the surface, and decided to trade Paige and Ripley, who she had with her in the cavern, for Zrill. Before leaving the cavern, Paige convinced Quartermaster Gerardo to give her the Eye of the Tiger.
You've.
Yes. And
Oh my god.
Lumen sent them up through the center well, and the 3 of them ran across the deserted parks and streets of Candlekeep to the Tower of Exaltation, to the Tower of the Torch. Bookmaster Mal requested that Zrill join her, and essentially become second in command of Candlekeep defenses. Zrill accepted, said goodbye to her friends, and passed on the legend lore spell candle and one of Lumen's feathers from the Sphinx herself to them. The 2 of them, Zrill and Mal, have struck off to find out whether there are any other librarians remaining alive, and muster defenses against the obliterators about to breach the surface. So at this moment, Ripley, Paige, Derry, and Kyler are now alone in the Tower of Exaltation, in the Tower of the Torch. And Squeaks are live. My friends, what do you do?
If I'm correct, 3 sides of the tower are lit up. We're missing the one with the man drinking.
Yes.
Correct?
So Kyler has solved the puzzle of the pillar on which, you need to light the candle.
Right at the end.
There were three sides that you solved. An athlete running with no sign of weariness, running. Someone seated at a table, surrounded by food, eating ravenously. Someone singing, the spirals of song twisting up and vanishing, endless. The last one is someone with a drinking horn, parched, drink spilling endlessly through their thirsty mouth.
Some say Kyler solved the riddle after the DM was very nice about his tidal wave spell. Anyway...
It feels like you've been working on it for 2 weeks. Are you alright?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and it feels like in this small amount of time I've gained about 2 weeks of knowledge. I'm gonna go, okay, this step is done, and I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and I'm just gonna grab this, I'm gonna use the Earthen Hand to grab the side of the drinking man.
Right, that good earthy magic. the Earth Witch can drink and drink and drink, lights up the 4th pillar.
Oh,
Whoa.
really thought that one was water, ladies and gentlemen. I spent too much time on it.
Good work, Kyler.
Thanks. Phew.
Yeah, I imagine we walk through the door just as you solve it, and we're like,
So you walk through the door, and you like
I'm
you come up a little ladder onto this like darkened glass floor, and you see that there is this pillar with the 4 sides now like beaming with light, and there is this shimmer, this very sort of anticipatory shimmer on top of that pillar. You are within the stained glass flame of the torch that is held above Candlekeep, and there are a couple like little openings, little windows with little platforms that the ravens that were kept in this tower would use. And there is, as well, up sort of above this pillar, you see that there are many lenses and mirrors above it as well. But there is now this sort of arcane shimmer that appears above that pillar. Do you remember what your next step is?
The next step.
Candle,
Which is also here, right?
Is it Paige? Paige, do you have
Yeah,
it?
I pull out. I've got a candle. I've got feather. I've got the eye. I got the eye of the tiger.
Oh, we didn't have that. Thank God you brought it.
That was really dumb, actually. But
Oh, for sure. How did we miss that?
There's a lot going on. That's all I can say.
Oh my God.
it's all right. Gerardo had it. He doesn't like to give things up easily. So
He knew we needed it.
yeah. So do we just light this candle with just normal fire then?
Let's try. I hope it's that simple.
Well, yeah. Okay, great. Yep. I look at my spells and realize I don't have a fire spell, so I start looking for a tinderbox or something, and I'm like, do you?
I'm gonna do a little inhale and just look a little. Look at the tiniest firebolt you ever seen.
Nice. So you put the spell candle on the pillar, yes? And then the little firebolt from Kyler's inhaler, and it catches right away. And there's sort of like a pink shimmer all over this spell candle. And especially the arcane users, you see as this candle goes on that although it sort of is shaped like a big sort of regular cylindrical candle, engraved all around it are many arcane runes. And none of you have cast Legend Lore. It is a really high level spell, but there's like sort of echoes with the spell of identify, and so I think you sort of get a sense of what this is. And when you put it on the pillar, and Kyler, your flame ignites it, and that pink glow happens, the candle actually begins to rotate on its own. And the light all around it finds those runes and traces the arcane symbols along its side, sort of spiraling down. I don't know if you've ever seen them make like those, and they were kind of big in the 70s, those candles that had many different layers, and they like were carved and stuff, and it starts to like unfold like that. Many colors appear underneath the outer shell of wax, and you hear a lilting voice. Legend machine, like no other magic that you've ever seen. Whatever you want to know about, put something in, and a story comes out. The wax opens up like the petals of a lotus flower, and a pure, heady white gold light pours up and out of it.
Is this like a single-use thing? Because I've got a lot of stuff I'd like to know about.
I think that's why we have one of the feathers, is we were going to find out information about Lumen's feather, but I can't remember if this is a one-time thing or not.
No, you would. This is a big moment, and as you see the candle, roll me actually an Arcana check just to give me sort of some basis for what's going on. And if anybody else wants to help, yep, you may.
You know about books and stuff. What's Legend Lore like?
I got a 21 to figure out what legend lore is like.
Okay, first of all, this spell candle looks sturdy. It's going to keep going for some time. You don't know exactly how long, like not days, but not minutes either.
The candle keeps going. Got it.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
That's really good. It's really good, Derry.
This place is amazing. It's so.
That's why they kept you up top.
And you see this,
among other reasons.
this sort of column of legend lore. I mean, it's like it's the light of legend lore in front of you. It's very pure, and you can see, all of you looking at this, that this is the sort of thing that could defeat something like the erasure. And but it needs something to do. It needs something to fill up this beam before you start to direct it. You need to fill it with stories or with items that you have questions about.
Well, I think.
And really, maybe what, like, let's say you've got a really good roll. You're feeling like at least 4 beefy ones, you know?
4 beefy ones, yeah. I mean, I have like an immediate feeling about our first one.
The feather?
The feather.
Absolutely, feather for sure.
Because I mean, it's the sort of Lumen's thing, right? It's a.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, like, frankly, in my inventory, I don't think I have anything that I have any questions about. So I'll take Lumen's.
I have this purple rod.
Yeah.
Also good. I forgot about the rod. What about
it's come in handy a couple times.
What about your page?
I mean, I wasn't going to say, but I mean, do you think?
Yeah, I think.
It may be not that important, but.
Well, what's the third and fourth thing we have? Ripley, do you have any questionable items? Questionable items.
I've been carrying this arms box my whole campaign. It's just I don't think it. I don't know if it'll do anything. It's a box for alms. Yeah.
It's just like tithing to the Church of Don Peter.
Well, no, not the Church of Ilmater.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, hopefully not. That wasn't going. Hopefully,
No.
you weren't redirecting funds to Don Peter.
No way. You know, it's kept me awake at night. But I did talk to my monastery. Apparently we rerouted those funds. None of them went to Don Peter. So
When we go home, we'll figure that out. Yeah.
I'll get my accountant on it.
I don't want. You know, this is lovely, but like there is an erasure happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably,
So here we go.
Absolutely. Time to focus. Let's do the feather and see how it goes, and then we can see if it seems dangerous or very scary, and maybe we'll reevaluate.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Who's got the feather?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
Is it a raven feather? One of her black feathers?
Yeah, it's raven black, but as you hold it, it's heavier. There's a little bit of, I mean, obviously iridescent. It's like a raven, but also like there's a bit of a heavier glitter to it, befitting of Lumen.
I shake some glitter off and wipe it on my face and put it in the candle.
As you do that, the light of legend lore swirls around it, and it starts to like pull it apart into tiny little arcane, magical, almost like little magical notes, little mages in the air. And pages start to also sort of like spectral pages swirl up into this beam of light. And you hear a voice. A sphinx feather. From the physical embodiment of knowledge in Faerun, currently known as Lumen. The means by which Lumen interacts, integrates, and controls the lower levels of Candlekeep Library. A manifestation of her duty. The price of her freedom. Should she shed the rest of her feathers, renounce her wings, she will lose her deep physical connection to Candlekeep, but will be free to leave the Crystal Cavern.
Oh. I didn't know they were... I mean, I knew they were trapped, but I didn't know they were, like, bound there. That's disturbing, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I guess you don't often associate duty with imprisonment. That's not something I immediately jumped to.
I mean, Lumen seems to really like her job.
Yeah. She got the list.
It's true.
She loves that list.
Okay.
And it does occur to you that, like, Ptolemy, for instance, in Eberron, it could fly around and leave his cavern. But Ptolemy as well did not seem to have the almost sort of physical, biological connection to Beaconhold that Lumen does with Candlekeep.
Right.
Different strokes for different folks. I just wrote that right now.
That's really good.
That's really good.
You should write that down somewhere so people find it earlier.
I've been writing.
Derry, we're out of time limit. Get that purple rod in there.
Purple rod, then.
Well, should I do the purple rod or should I do the half sun thing that Gerardo gave me?
He gave you a quarter moon.
The quarter moon, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Suns and moons are the same to me.
What did he tell you about the quarter moon again?
I believe it's like many of the librarians in Candlekeep. It's a
right.
mark of rank, as it were.
You're a quartermaster in waiting, right?
Yeah. Maybe you'll tell me something about Gerardo, though.
Oh. That he loves you.
Well,
this is a symbol for when you are best friends. Okay, I think it's up to you, man.
Your choice.
Well, I mean, the purple rod is kind of cool, but this is more personal, so I'm going to go with that.
I love it.
Quarterman, I place in the light.
You hear sort of a growly kind of draconic voice as you put it in there. And the light sort of swirls around it, and unlike with the raven feather, it's not able, like, it just sort of swirls. It doesn't tear it into pieces. But as it swirls, still little spectral pages and little magical notes sort of peel off it and start to fill the pillar. And you hear this voice say, a gift of respect, a gift of knowledge, a gift of trust. This is the symbol of the quartermaster of Candlekeep, who hopes to see you all again. Remember, if all is lost up there, just dive into the water and let it take you where it'll take you, and if you are safe and you save this thing, you I feel like somebody who has who everybody likes and who has a good heart should be a quartermaster of this place. Oh yeah, and also this is like the symbol of the quartermasters, quarter moon, blue and silver. Gives you a lot of powers, a lot of access. It's a mark of trust.
Nice.
Okay, like, do you think he knew we were going to cast Legend Lore on this thing, or was that like a little, like, maybe just a gamble?
He'd probably be so mad.
Maybe he said that as he, maybe he said it to it, and he hoped that we would hear it. That's what I like to think.
That's possible.
The intention, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very
Paige,
powerful spell. It digs out the truth, like.
Yeah.
Okay, Paige, I think it's go time.
Okay. Do I have my map back after Beaconhold?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Okay.
we've had a whole thing. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Because all of us are on it, right? We each had a symbol. It's somehow connected to our bookmarks. We know that.
Oh, right.
Kyla, you're the smart one.
Sometimes.
Each one of the places where the explosions happened in Beaconhold were connected to each one of us, right? And the way
That's right.
our marks come out. I'm really scared. Okay. I'm just gonna put it in and close my eyes and turn my back.
Again, this isn't the destruction of your map. In case you're worried, like the quarter moon symbol is still intact, but
the map
light
incinerates.
swirls around it, and pages fly from it into the beam, and it's looking like a mighty beam now, indeed. And you hear sort of a grandmotherly voice. Once upon a time, a long time ago, an elf by the name of Alaris sought to become a paragon of Ilmater. And even longer ago, the god Ilmater created a map of divine ink that folded into a pocket plane of existence that would lead the faithful through his mysteries, its roads, mountains, and even towns, and fictional characters, all divinely inspired and with a quest to the heart of Ilmater at its center. Our hero Alaris entered the map, and there lost himself, but found his true love, a character named Kindra. However, their child, though partly created of divine ink upon that page, was immortal, with a mortal soul. And so, as a wee babe, she popped out from that mini-world and onto the mortal plane. The symbols upon the map are there as a marker of those the map have encountered who are worthy to enter its surface, its page.
Fight again?
Origin story.
Oh!
Did I just hear that you're the child of two perfectly created storybook characters?
Oh, were they talking about Paige? Oh, I thought.
One does seem as though they were
Ripley.
a mortal elf.
Oh.
They were a regular elf, but vanished in there. Might still
I
be
had
there.
Ripley. I'm like, it's about Ilmater. We're connected. You see, this is why we're friends.
Sure. I mean, also, I think we get along and we actually like each other. That too.
It's
No.
divine
None of that matters.
intervention.
Sure. Okay. Good. That's.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
I literally knew none of that.
Oh no!
All right.
I bet
Let
you
me
it's
play a
supposed
sound
to be
effect.
in the hug.
we have people chomping at the bit, chomping at the squeak. Kyler, we need you.
This is a nice moment, Karen.
Maybe it'll be even nicer. You don't know.
It could be
Okay.
even nicer.
Roll your...
That's a 4.
A 4. It is nice because a cloud of frost sparkles all over your body and spreads out like a freshly shaken snow globe. Onward, heroes.
So as this, I mean, you all got shivers hearing this story about Paige's origin. It is a little bit deeper seated than you had hoped, and you have to give me a con save.
All of us?
All of you, yep. All of you was within 10 feet of the PC. The PC
No.
doesn't.
Oh, I got 21. I'm fine.
What a dirty 20.
Nice.
Uh-oh, though.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, poor Ripley is going to actually take 1d8 cold damage.
What the
Oh, you
1d8.
got chilled to the bone.
The magic effects are D8. They'll kill me one
I
day.
bumped them up.
Oh my
You
God.
guys are level 8 now.
Level 8. Bring it on.
That's a D8 is an eighth of my health. Wait, no, a quarter.
Yeah, but you passed. The DC was 10. Everybody passed except Ripley. Sorry, I should have said that.
Oh,
part.
great.
Yeah. So, Ripley, I rolled, or do you want to roll yourself?
Sorry, for my damage?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
General.
Oh, a D8, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm feeling
Yeah,
Jen rolled
roll the
high.
DMs.
I think Jen rolled high, so I think you
Yeah,
should roll.
Jen's just being nice at the moment.
Oh, okay, it's a 7.
Ooh, arg.
Oops.
Noted. Well,
Ooh, it's chilly in here.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, who knows what
Are you
happened.
okay, Ripley?
I feel like
Oh.
I'm hurting a little bit.
It's probably
no.
probably that damn erasure. I don't know what happened.
So, still definitely wild magic happening to us. Your
Yeah.
lungs,
you feel
Kyla.
your tummy. Oh no, sorry. It was Kyler. So Kyler, your bookmark was active. It is definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sorry, everybody. I was just touched by the by the depth of the emotion we were all sharing here.
All right, we have one more item to add, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What about
I-
the Eye of the Tiger? Lumen
Oh.
made it. It's
That's good.
powerful. It might tell us something about the erasure.
I feel like Kyler had something he wanted to do,
Oh.
though.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'm happy to do the eye unless Ripley has something.
Like I said, I travel light. I don't carry a lot of things on me.
Let's do it. Let's do the eye. Toss the eye in there.
All right. I toss it in.
Beer pong.
Again, fortunately, it is simply embraced by the light, and pages of legend lore sort of peel off from it into the beam, and you hear a staticky voice. From the depths, this item was made from the void. There is a darkness in the voids between the universes. This is its claw, pressed into service by those that serve its enemies, by librarians. They have created this item under the auspices of the Sphinx Lumen, who is a tiger sphinx. She somewhat hubrisly named it after herself, the Eye of the Tiger, to see the effects of the deep void here in Faerun.
That one wasn't as fun.
That one, yeah. Yeah, that
That's
one
scary.
was different.
Yeah.
Scared me.
It's motivating, though.
It's true.
Yep.
As this happens, the beam is now a powerful presence, full
Fully
of
charged.
knowledge, charge, ready to go. Now all it needs is a target. I'd like you... Mhm.
Go ahead.
Tell us.
Oh, no, please finish your sentence.
No, I was just thinking. Oh, it needs a target. I know the erasure. That's all.
So interesting.
I would
think
like
we
you
have-
all
Sorry, Jen, you go.
roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh, good.
For real?
Because now things are going to start to happen. And
It's popping
you
off.
all sense in your soul that there is a clock occurring all over this library, this Candlekeep. And we are all going to need to be careful about what you do next. Yes, Kyler.
Sorry, before we roll initiative, can I be allowed to cast Gift of Alacrity?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I interrupted. Yeah, we were all struggling for who to say yes.
That's okay. Zoom's awesome. Oh no! This is gonna happen first, I guess. Who did this? Who did this?
All right, we have a squeak. Ripley, we need to roll a D20.
Dangerous.
That
stuff.
siren
Dangerous.
song of roll
He's
for
already
initiative
hurt.
was just too
He's already
hard.
hurt, Jason.
That's a 3.
Hey, those rolls.
All
Oh, yeah,
right,
well,
Ripley,
That's fine.
there is a tickle right under your diaphragm.
Oh,
Yes, it's the hiccups.
Oh,
Onward, heroes.
that fits well with your bookmark.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, that's weird.
It does work well with your bookmark.
Thanks, Kevin.
Ripley, as the hiccups shake you, you sort of get the sense that, first of all, this doesn't make you very smooth in conversation. Or, if you need to use your power of personality, your charisma. Also, if you were to go after something that required a lot of dexterity, this is not going to help you.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
Guys, I suddenly don't feel very dexterous.
I get that way sometimes.
Got your back. We got your back.
Try holding your breath.
It's about like a 4 p.m. wall.
Okay, and we were about to roll initiative. Now, granted, you don't see anything in combat. This is not necessarily a combat initiative, although who knows what lurks. But yeah, we just need to now do things with time and order. So,
And before initiative is rolled, I'm just gonna I'm gonna inhale off my arcane inhaler and kind of let a cloud out. I'm gonna scoop a cloud of inhaler smoke and just pat Paige on the back and go, I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
And you can add, for the next 8 hours, you can add a D8 to your initiative rolls.
Ooh, have you always had that stuff in your inhaler? That's incredible.
There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. I can't tell if it's the inhaler or my lungs. I'm scared to figure it out.
How much do I add? Plus
You can roll a D8, an extra
add
D8.
D8. Thank you. Okay, I've chosen a dice. Oh god, that didn't count. No.
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 anyone over 20? Anybody over 15?
Can't tell if this is important if I want to use a luck point. I don't think it is. I don't know.
Anyone over 10?
I'm at 10.
Okay.
Oh, 10s are high.
We'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, 10 for Ripley.
Okay.
Anyone over 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so 9?
Yes.
9 for Derry. 8.
8.
8 for Kyler.
Okay, well, it's kind of nice that we all go at the same time in a weird way. That could be strategic.
6.
I don't know.
With the gift of alacrity, I have 7.
Oh, we're 10, 9, 7.
Actually 10, 8, 10, 8,
Yeah,
7.
we're 10, 9, 8, 7.
Okay, see, that could be good. Maybe.
I think that's good. I think that's good luck. Yeah.
Woof.
Okay, I mean, you don't know what else is happening, but at the moment,
I mean,
we are going to start with Ripley, and then Derry. What do you do next?
Wait, start with me?
Me first.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ripley.
I
Ripley.
heard my name. What do I
Ripley
do
got a
next?
10, and then Derry's on deck.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, well,
You can talk during your turn, just like say, "Oh, I can't remember what we do next," or whatever that kind of.
sure. Guys, what do we do? What do we do?
we gotta aim the beam at the mirrored sun first, which I think is
Right.
on the Colosseum.
Correct.
Can we
All right.
see the Colosseum?
All right, give me a perception check there, Ripley.
Sure.
You go to one of the little raven platforms and look out from the tower. See if you can see the Colosseum.
And I rolled a 21.
Whoa.
You do. And you're like, it is here. You look out and it's about, I don't know, if there's north, it's about 45 degrees from that. You can see the Colosseum and you can see the brightly shining sun mirror on top of it. However, it appears as though the sun mirror is not exactly directed at you.
A gun!
I can
Okay.
help. How far away did you say it was?
It is about, Ripley is able to tell you that it looks to be about 350 feet or so.
Cool.
Over
cool.
a city block.
I can help.
Okay.
I mean, I can fly, which is pretty neat.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
I have this ring.
Oh.
I don't do it that often because it feels kind of pretentious. But I am able to do that.
How
So
fast can you fly, Ripley?
that's a good question. I don't actually know.
Because you don't do it often.
Yeah, I've never really timed myself.
I can run pretty fast.
I can fly pretty fast. I can be an eagle.
Can fly. Everyone can fly.
Well, I can
You
be
like-
a bird. And I can
I
fly
can-
to somebody.
Right.
Now let's remember that I think we have 3 locations to go to because unless the second reflective surface is also perfect, and then we have to get to the third place where we're reflecting it too.
Right.
Some more.
Divide
the
and conquer.
Colosseum and the dragon.
Why?
Two
Can we?
locations.
And then
Whoa.
down to the well.
Oh, it's down. Right.
But can we not direct the beam to the Colosseum? Aim
And
it at
go
the
there.
sun as best as possible, and then we just all go to the Colosseum.
Yes. I think
Right?
that's a great plan. I think
Stay
that's a great
together.
plan.
Yeah.
Convoy.
Also, Ripley, with your perception check, you would notice that Candlekeep is kind of like a tiny little medieval village inside these walls. If you were to go through the streets, it's 350 feet as the Ripley flies, but it would be a lot more difficult on the road, especially for somebody. All 3 of you, except for Derry, are from Beaconhold, so it might be more
Right.
difficult to find your way.
Right.
So it
Sure.
strikes you as well.
I'm the
Okay.
tour guide today. Oh boy.
Guys, I think we should fly.
Derry, what do you do?
Yeah. If 2 of you can fly, Kyler, do we want to run?
You can,
I can also fly, or
Okay,
I
great.
can
Everyone
make-
fly. I'll go.
No,
I can
Derry,
make
I'll carry
you
you.
fly, Derry.
You can make
if
me
you
fly.
want.
I want to fly.
Kyler,
lots of
save your
options.
spells. I can carry him.
I'll be
Oh.
honest. I think that one of us has to go do our damnedest to help out with that plume of smoke going into the sky at the moment with the 2 bronze dragons
Oh,
circling.
right.
And I feel like I might be on that.
So, Derry, is there anything else you want to do in your turn? Because then we'll move to the next in line.
Can I just clarify?
Talking.
Did the light get moved to the Colosseum? Did Ripley do that on his turn?
No, Ripley
Okay, I
has
will-
not.
I will-
Ripley did a perception check on his turn. As
Okay, I
his
will move
action.
the light then. I will do what
Okay.
what our plan was. Yeah.
Give me an investigation, maybe a survival check to see if you can figure out how to use those mirrors and lenses above you.
Let's try a survival. That's an 8.
Yeah. So, Derry, you get up into, and you're good at. I mean, you're a strong person. You're able to get up into those mirrors and things like that, but you don't know what to do next.
I need
You
some
are-
help up here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Kyler.
yeah. I mean, we got to. That's kind of first thing. So I'm going to help up there and help Derry. And if I could, I would love to use the help action from my goat Anton, who I think is still alive.
Yes.
Okay, great. You said investigation was an option?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that is a 25.
easily done with the, and especially with the strength of Derry beside you there, and your keen eye for.
I'm giving him a back rub while he does it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are able to direct this beam of arcane force towards the Colosseum, and it lands smack on that sun. If only it were facing.
If only is the right way.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
It's almost like Candlekeep didn't prepare for this.
Almost. Can I, just with the last little bit, can I remember how far the Obliterator is from us at the moment?
Yeah.
Because the Obliterator is the one spouting one of the spouts at least, right?
So what, sort of when Maul and Paige and Ripley came up, they gave you a little bit more intel as well. So there was the Obliterator that you fought in the last episode, and that was just right outside, basically, the doors of Exaltation by the time you had pummeled it so much that it disappeared. It, like, seeped back into the undergrounds of Candlekeep. But you know that there is another sinkhole starting just to the northwest of the center well. So kind of like the Colosseum is northeast of you, and the second sinkhole is almost directly north of Exaltation. And it is about 200 feet from you.
Right.
And that's where Maul and Zrill headed off. The column that you were concerned about, it was actually sort of just a little bit to the west of Exaltation, and it is about 150 feet away from you there too. I'd say you guys have all sort of noticed that, like, as the Obliterator that formed that column was sort of pummeled, that column is now sort of fading in the wind, and it's now quite a bit lower than it was.
Great. Sweet.
Okay,
I think that's my turn.
Yes, you did your investigation check. Good job. It is now Paige's turn.
Okay, I mean, you guys, I can be a big enough bird to carry quite a few of us, and I can help, make sure Ripley's dexterity problem is my dexterity problem, and etc. Is that all right? I can be pretty fast. Oh?
I love this idea. Uh-oh.
Well,
Mark. All right. We have a squeak for Paige.
Oh. I'm making a plan here, MacGyver. 5.
Right, 5. Oh, not only are you a big bird, but you can be a big bird, you flex and feel a wave of power emanate from you. Onward, bird.
That's a jacked bird.
Onward, bird.
As this happens, you see there were a couple, like, just gently closed windows and things like that up in the tower, in the torch, and they fly open. And the little trapdoor that you would come up through to come up into here also clatters open.
Oh,
and so it's as though a lot of things opened when you did that.
Oh.
Okay.
I checked my fly.
I avert my eyes.
You're good. You're good, Derry.
Thank you. Phew.
Okay. First things first then. Kyla, I believe in you. I take him by the shoulders and I say, I believe in you. And I cast heroism on him.
Ooh.
So that will give you, my sweet, weak baby friend, you're immune to being frightened.
Ah.
And you get 5 temporary HP at the start of each of your turns.
Whoa.
They don't stack, but they do reset. So as long as you haven't
Sweet.
burned through them, you get 5 more, as long as I can keep
Nice.
concentrating.
I love it.
And then watch this, you guys. I've been thinking really hard about this one. I go to the window, and I'm like, okay, I've not seen a lot of really big eagles, but I have seen a sphinx, and I've seen a tiger sphinx with raven feathers. So I turn into a giant half eagle, half raven sort of mishmash.
Oh.
It's like shaggier than maybe I intended it to be.
It's good.
Some feathers are too long. One foot is big.
You look great.
I believe in you too, Paige. All right.
I perch in the window. I am a bird. I'm a bird bus.
Bird bus.
And you have the ability to carry?
I can. It's quite a strong character.
Nice.
I don't know, a strength of 16. Size is a large beast. So
And you've got one very small halfling and 2 humans. Ripley's fairly light. Derry is not. I think what I'm going to need you to do is all 3 of you can get on there, but we're going to do an athletics check halfway through your flight.
If it helps, I don't think I'm joining yet.
Oh, okay.
If it's up to me, I'm very concerned about that plume of smoke, because I don't know how long it's been going, and I don't know where the dragons are. So
Is the flame of smoke in the same direction as the the Colosseum, though?
It isn't.
No?
It's almost in the opposite direction.
Gotcha,
Not the
gotcha.
opposite.
but because it's still
90
it's
degrees.
more towards the well is on the way to the plume of smoke, right? Did you say that?
No. So the plume of smoke is sort of if the if the tower is in the middle of a clock, the Colosseum is at 1 p.m.
Okay.
It's at 1 o'clock. The center well is at noon, but not as far away as the Colosseum is. And the plume of smoke is at about 9:30.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Do not worry about me. I can be pretty mobile.
okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
He seems to know what he's doing. Let's go. Let's go to the Colosseum.
Yeah, I'd say you could carry these 2 without issue. So Paige turns into it, and we were going back up to the top of initiative. But it sounds like Ripley and Derry, for your turns, are getting onto Paige, the chimera-ish.
The Regal.
The Regal Page.
The Regal.
A Raven Eagle. It's a Regal.
That's good. That's the
Regal.
next T-shirt.
But could I really quickly cast a spell before I get on?
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast Death Ward on Kyler.
Oh, how ominous! Yes.
That's for the best. Yeah, I get
I'm
it.
concerned about Kyler.
I just pat him on the back. I'm like, you take care there. You take care there. Okay.
Oh, Death Ward?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said Death Word, and I was scared.
And Kyler dies.
Peace.
There's a traitor all along.
Peace. Okay.
All right. Lots of friends concerned about me, and they're all casting spells. Let's do it.
I don't have anything to cast on you. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's all right.
I give him like a fist bump though, like a good luck fist bump.
Yeah.
All right, so both Ripley and Derry, you get onto Paige the Regal's back, cast a spell, Ripley. Anything else you needed to do, Derry, before we head out?
No, I think I take my 2 hand axes out at the ready while flying on this Regal.
Okay, all right. And then, Kyler, you get to give us a glimpse of what you're doing first before Paige takes off, given your spot in initiative.
Right. So I'll look at one of the arrow slits of this tower. And I think you mentioned there was across the way, there was a rooftop with a griffin on it? Like a statue of a griffin, maybe?
As you look down from the Tower of the Torch onto the roof of Exaltation, so the torch sort of comes proud out of the top of this keep, and you see that there are pens with griffins below there. So they are the griffins of Candlekeep.
Okay, that could. Do they look in trouble, or?
Give me a animal handling check.
Uh-oh. 10.
They are sort of milling about. it does appear to you that they could take off if they wanted to.
Okay,
Like they're
that's
not
good enough for me.
right. There's not a roof over them. They don't seem to have chains on them. They're just where they are hanging out, and they're sort of milling about.
Great.
There's
Is
maybe
there,
like 5 of them.
this is a fairly a densely building area, correct?
Yes.
Great. So I'm going to pick up Anton, and I'm going to misty step 30 feet to a rooftop closer to the plume of smoke.
Nice. Okay. So this plume of, you do that, and you are on top of, all these librarians. They have like these idiosyncratic towers and stuff like that. This one looks like a shoe, and you are on
Nice.
top of this shoe, and you are now, let's say about 100 feet from the plume of smoke.
And do I see the source while I'm here?
Stretching what you can do in a turn to do another perception check, because you've done a check for animal handling.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, and you cast Misty Step.
Yeah.
So, okay. Paige, it is now your turn to fly.
Ah! I have an 80-foot flying speed,
Mhm.
so I will, sort of unpracticed, sort of fall scarily out of the window, like that pigeon that sort of just jumps off the edge, and then catch yourself and pick an updraft, and I will dash as close as I can over to the Colosseum.
All right, so 80 times 2 is 160. You are able to get... Oh, man.
About just less than halfway.
Just less than halfway. Yeah.
Okay.
And you, as you're doing this, you pass the center well on your left. You see that there, your eventual target.
Is there signs of a column of erasure coming up there through that sinkhole?
Yeah, roll me a perception check. I'll allow that on your turn.
Eagle stats, no, Paige's stats. Gosh, this is a hard game. That is a 12. Not great.
Yeah.
Oh, I have keen senses? How does this work when you're
I was going to
druid?
say, I feel like you have eagle perception. That should be, and you have keen senses. So
Well, it's a 1, so it's an 8.
that doesn't
Oh.
There is a lot going on, and this is a place that you have never been. There is so much to see.
I'm very
I will
excited to be a bird.
I will say that with that check, you see the second sinkhole that Zrill and Maul were heading towards, which is just sort of to your left and ahead of you a little bit. You can see that seems to be heating up. There is the sinkhole is getting bigger, and it's too difficult at this height with this angle to see who's at that sinkhole, but you do see it. Okay, so we head back up to the top of initiative, and now it is Ripley, who I think, are you just along for the ride here? Are you doing anything else to prepare?
I don't really know. Can I guess, yeah, I don't think I can do much, so I'm just gonna hunker down.
Fair enough. I don't want you to feel like this is necessarily combat where you have to do things, but it's just that there's urgency to what's happening. Derry, it is now your turn. You just
We're flying.
tight?
I think I'll take this time to survey the land
Sure.
and get a really good idea of where the sinkholes are, where Kyler is, where we are, where the just map it out in my little brain.
Sounds like a perception check to me, although there's some elements of survival to what you are requesting. So I will again need
Agreed. Let's do survival.
Yeah, tracking and path
13.
13. At this point, actually, as Regal Page is swooping over the rooftops and has sort of her own things to do with, you have a little bit more time and experience with Candlekeep to see that things are progressing at that second sinkhole. You can see that Maul and Zrill and a handful of librarians, some of them armed with swords and some with arrows, are now surrounding that sinkhole, and you get the sense, you can just barely get the sense that there's like some static coming out of that, the sign of erasure. The pillar of the column of sort of enfeebling fog that the first obliterator had released does seem to be gently wafting in the breeze. You don't see any other sign of other obliterators. No, you don't.
Great. Interesting.
Wait for that.
The sinkhole with Zrill and them. Can I get a sense of like, do they need help? Do they seem capable? Like, what's my current kind of feeling of priority?
You would feel that given that they've got a handful of other folks with them, and knowing how capable Zrill and Mal Thodak are, they can probably take this down. You do wonder a little bit about if it starts to erupt columns of stuff, whether they might, that might be something that they can deal with.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Raj wants you, Derry, to roll us a 20-sider, please.
Well,
Oh,
I
good
aim
when
to
you're
please.
on the back of a regal.
I rolled an 8. Ain't that great?
Ain't that
8
great?
has a ghostly hand, shadows your own. You feel its hunger, and it reaches out uncontrollably towards another creature.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Hey, bud. Hey.
Onward, heroes!
Okay, so
Got
there's
two
just
options.
2 within. Yes, so we are going to roll a
D4?
decider.
Oi, oi, oi.
One is Paige.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, you have it. You
Double
have like a little
helix
coin.
is Ripley.
Oh!
It's a helix. Ripley.
Oh, bad.
Oh, sorry, Ripley.
No!
It's fine. I'll be fine, guys.
The touch causes 1d6 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Jeez. What I
Can't
do back of the
regain
eagle is heal myself.
I'm
hit points
surveying
for
the
one
land, and suddenly
round.
my veins turn all green, and I just go, "Gah!" And I just grab Ripley uncontrollably. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Ripley, roll your 1d6, please.
Are you okay?
Or
We'll see in a second.
Come on, low numbies.
It's 4.
all right.
Higher
So
than I
you take
wanted.
4 necrotic, Ripley, and Derry. It feels sort of good. You gain temporary hit points.
No.
Yes.
No,
4?
no.
Lean into it.
Did you say? Sorry, did you say 4 temp hit points?
4 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brace the dark side.
She's chasing the buzz, man.
I feel good though. I feel ready. I feel
Cool.
pumped up.
Cool. Good for you.
Yeah. You're good too, right? You look good.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Good.
Hey, that was nice. So who were we at? We were at,
That was me.
yeah, Derry. So it is now Kyler's turn.
Okay, can I use Anton to try and see where this smoke is coming from?
Yes. So, in what manner are you? Are you guys just looking, or
I'm gonna.
are you like?
Is it the height of the obliterator that caused the first plume of smoke? Is it taller than the building that's blocking my way right now? Like, can I assume that it was an obliterator that's like gone, or
Yeah.
I guess that's the kind of math I'm trying to use. And
Okay.
in an advantage sense,
This would be an
I'm gonna-
insight check. I
okay,
think.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. You see the column of, and at this point, also looking at you, like you recognize it. This is enfeebling fog, and it's the kind that like takes away your intelligence when you like are not, when you're inside it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it is slowly wafting down to the ground. So it seems like it hasn't like reached above. It's not like high rises here in Candlekeep. Like probably some of the biggest ones is the Tower of the Torch, which is maybe like about 5 or 6 stories. So it's not, and this reached 60 feet at its height. So it's now it's coming down below. It is clearly, like, it strikes you that this is clearly something that's wrong. Like, if somebody's looking for some signs that something is wrong in Candlekeep, this would be a sign, but it's also not towering above the rooftops of Candlekeep. You also know that this was from the first obliterator, and you see no signs of it. It has disappeared.
But it's not fading away like first plume.
Oh, sorry. So this is there's still just the one plume. There's just the one plume. And then there's the other sinkhole that Maul and Zrill are at. And there's no plume there yet. But you know what these things do. They, like, release plumes of erupting fog from time to time. Even way back, like in the second Candlekeep session, some of the oozes that did that was suddenly like release like these chimneys of fog. This is just like a really big one. So there's that one.
Maybe I might have confused myself here. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, so there's the one that's dissipating.
Yeah.
But you know what? Your travels to the west here are not entirely in vain, because you also see that there is some fog just seeping out from the Tower of the Dragon, which is your like third place that you want to go. Like, you're going to bounce the beam off the Colosseum to that eye in the dragon, and it's like a preserved dead dragon that they've turned into a wizard tower. It's called Faerun. And so you see that there is some fog just oozing out of like the windows and doors of Faerun.
Okay. Right, so there's the one plume that's dissipating. What is that? That's the one that we fought, but is not to the north. That was also correct. To the northwest of the tower? It was
just a little bit more to the east. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I wish I could show you the map, yeah.
No, that's okay. It just means that I think I just wasted last turn.
Well, you have some interesting intel.
Yes, and there is no way that I am going to go into intelligence eating smoke alone. So I am just going to... Oh, wait. Inside check is my action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then
I'll let you talk if you want to, like, earring to them, or you want to... You've got movement, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You've got bonus actions.
I do. Yeah, I'll hop on the area and I'll be like, okay, so I don't know what I was doing, you guys, but the tower is gonna be a little bit scary when we have to go in there. There's some fog inside the tower, which is no good. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Anyway, and I'll wait, I guess. Dang it.
Paige, your turn.
I dash.
You dash. And
flat.
At this point, you are able to get to sort of like do you remember? There's like a little bridge that goes over a canal, and that was where there was like a banner. And on that once. Yeah, and there was a toad, and there was also like the banner of halfling in full plate, and her name was Plumbata, and she like is like a banner, but she like challenged you. So you were just like going right over the banner, and you could head, I think it sounds like you're heading up towards the sun. You could do whatever you want here, whether you're going to aim towards the main door or head up to the sun.
I will go straight for the sun, as direct as I can.
Nice. Okay. So, yes. Okay.
I think they're within 30 feet now, right? I would have got.
Yeah, you're within 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why you're like, you can see everything. You can see the stained glass roof of the Colosseum. It's like been closed over. And that sun that like is just sort of off center from the beam. And also you kind of want to like, refract it to your next target. Ripley. And you don't have to say if there's nothing that you want to do, but this is sort of all prep or look around or all that kind of stuff.
Sure. I think I'm just going to bless Paige and Derry real quickly. So whenever you guys make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add the number to your roll.
It seems very forgiving getting, given what's happened to you, Ripley.
Oh, it's fine. I'll be fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just feel great, that's all.
It wasn't me. I just opened the door.
All right. Derry, anything you want to do on your turn?
Yeah, I mean, I know you're a cleric and everything, Ripley, but do you want a little medicine? I have some medicine I can give you. You can heal a little bit. The only thing is, there's also a possibility it'll poison you, so...
you know what? I'm okay.
Right. Just thought I'd throw that out there as an option.
Where'd you even get that?
I'm a herbalist, what can I say?
Okay, cool.
In that case, I'm fine.
Okay. Kyler.
Okay, I will. How far away is the door of this tower that I'm seeing the seat through?
It is. It's about 170 feet to Faerun and Eberron. So, yeah, just like half a block.
170, and I'm on a roof. Let's. Okay, I have ideas for later. I am just going to dimension door to the roof of the Colosseum and join my friends.
Okay, all right.
I feel like all of Kyler's teleport spells are just like a big puff of inhaler smoke, like a budget magician, and then he's actually gone. But you kind of see him running off just for a second, and then he teleports.
Yeah, and it leaves. I don't know if you guys have ever like had Ventolin or secondhand, but like your spine is just a little tingly when you do these. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you are beside the sun mirror now at this point, and you see it, and the beam is there. Now you've spent your action dimension dooring, and I think sort of playing with it would take an action. So that's all you got there. Paige.
Rough landing, like emergency landing a plane. I'm not good at this. Sorry, everybody. I tumble onto the rooftop. I will stay as a bird, and I'll just move to the edge to keep eyes out for anything approaching. Okay. But I will let folks get off my back and use their human hands.
Paige, give me a perception check if you would like as your action this turn.
Ooh, went under the computer. 25?
25. Okay, so you see that Zrill, Maul, and the archers and swords folks of the Candlekeep Librarians are now in battle with an obliterator. And you can see Zrill, like her broadsword in one hand, her axe in the other, is moving with preternatural speed, with haste, all over this thing. And there are like arrows of fire being like shot into the obliterator, and you guys might recall at this point, especially if you've been in battle with one, that fire seems to be a particularly good weapon to be using. And so our little defense of the Candlekeep seems to be going pretty well. There, you do notice that there are, with that roll, that there is actually a couple librarians down. but they are holding well. And what else do you get with that check? What can you see? You hear Plumbata. You hear her little clamping voice, and you hear, "Halt and deliver!" But that, you don't hear a response, even though you listen. And you hear...
No, go ahead. Keep going.
You hear a bit of tearing fabric. And the voice stops.
No.
So...
Can I use the earring, even though I'm an eagle? My equipment gets absorbed into my wild shapes.
Okay.
And I don't know if I need to be able to speak to use it.
No, you don't. It's much more fun if you don't have to.
Okay, I will sort of narrate what I'm seeing, like, oh my gosh, you guys, Zrill is amazing. Wow, she just crushed it out with her hammer. She's so fast. And I will sort of recount to my buds in their brains. And I'll say, I think something's below. Where the halfling was, where we were a toad that time, Derry, remember? Something's going on. Let's move quickly.
How much further to the Colosseum?
We're there.
You're there. You're on the roof.
Yeah.
Yep. The sun mirror is in front of you. You see the fluttering arcane pages and mages of the
Nice.
the beam. It just needs to be directed now towards the dragon. And as we do that, actually, with that 25, that's what you rolled, right?
Yeah.
You also see that there is fog starting to pour out of the Tower of Fire in Tenamara, which is the red dragon across the way. Okay.
Keep an eye on it.
Paige's turn is up. Ripley, it is your go. Oh, yeah.
I guess I hop off if we're at the Coliseum. Can I? How far away are we from the sun thing?
You're there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can I try and just move
You
it?
can give it a go. So it's an investigation check, Ripley. So use your angles and your math.
That is a 12.
So you manage to capture the beam and you beam it towards the Eye of the Dragon Tiger. You have the Dragon Tiger. Eye of the Dragon Tower. And you have trouble focusing it onto there because it appears to be moving. And that's where we'll go to break.
Ooh.
Okay.
No.
Thrilling.
Oh gosh. Where is Kevin?
Oh.
We can't hear you, Kevin.
Wait, he's muted too. Oh no.
Come on, there we go. That is it for Act 1. All right, grab yourself some popcorn, make your husband a coffee, pack your bags for Tofino, because we're taking a 10-minute break. I'll put the survey again in so you can take a look at that and maybe use the break to fill out the survey. But we'll see you right back here for Act 2. Onward, heroes!
Gah!
Hello, we are back. Yay! I don't see Kevin. Oh, there's Kevin. I'm
There's
like,
Kevin.
I'll just do it. I'm doing it. But no, there he is.
Oh,
Are you okay? You got lost in the Matrix.
there we go. I'm not fully back, but I think I'm back. So,
You are, go!
welcome back to the second act of the 21st episode, the final episode of Pages and Mages. I hope you took time to fill out our survey. You went to yetimiddies.com. I want to have a brave cheer for my brave volunteers. All of you now have your squeaks reloaded. The effects are the same as before, so now you can use them tactically. Use some strategy.
Use the ice on the monsters, Karen.
No kibitzing from the players. You can either help or you can hurt. Either way, get your squeak on. Now, enough from me. Jen, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, onward, heroes. We are at the moment where Ripley has attempted to arrange the mirror, the sun mirror at the top of the Colosseum, to beam the legend, lore, arcane magic towards what you hope was like your second stop on this magical angular ride, to direct it eventually into the center well. And he was attempting to aim it for the sort of the window that's sort of built into the eye of the red dragon tower called Faerun and However, it seems to be beyond your skills, Ripley, with that roll of a 12 on your investigation check, because the head of Faerun seems to be moving. You can't quite get a lock on it. At this moment as well, you also all hear in your earrings, you hear the voice of Smo Spiderwisk, the head librarian of Candlekeep. And she's like, you hear sort of, just give it to me. And she like as though she takes the earring from Gerardo, who you know is deep Candlekeep in the cavern below. You hear her say, I just want to tell you something, all of you. I want to inspire you for the work you are doing up above. We can see some hints in Lumen's map as to what's happening, and we are with you. So, this is what I want to say. Ignorance, want, beware them both, but most of all ignorance, for on his brow I see that written, which is doom. And then she sort of fades out. Paige and Ripley, given your high passive perceptions, while Smo is giving you this, which, by the way, gives you all a 1d10 bardic inspiration. She is a very high level bard.
Whoa.
So 1d10 to attack, check, or save.
Jeez.
You could hear underneath her voice rumbling in the background, sort of running footsteps. You could hear several people running with her as she sort of took the earring from Gerardo. You could even hear tunnels crumbling, like, and the voice of Lumen in the distance, not close, saying, "Be brave!" What do you do now?
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Smo. You be brave too.
You hear the voice of Gerardo. Roger that.
Yeah, thanks, Gerardo.
Smo, I wrote something too. I wrote different strokes for different folks. Can you just let her know if she likes it?
I feel a 1d4 bit of inspiration coming down my way.
Nice. Hey, we legend lord your little emblem. Anyway, we'll see you later. We're still in initiative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
That was Ripley's turn. It's now
there's
Derry.
a dragon moving.
The dragon tower, Ripley, I assume you say that you're having trouble with this and it looks like the tower is moving?
Yeah, I told him that. Hey guys!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tower? Are you guys seeing this? Because it appears to be moving.
Now, I know this tower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're from here.
Does it normally move?
These three
It is like
knuckleheads.
arcanely preserved corpse. Like it does not
Yeah.
move.
Oh no.
So no. I mean, yeah.
So something fishy's going on here, my friends. I mean, if it's gonna be moving, we can't set the mirror on the right spot. We have to go deal with this first, right?
Yeah, seems to be.
Yeah. How far away is this? Is it?
So the dragon is about 300 feet, so about a city block from you.
How fast can griffins fly?
You might have heard a little bit about the griffins of Candlekeep. Let me just see if I can.
I'm an animal lover. I'm sure I've gone and visited them in their pens and asked the griffin keeper, like, oh, what's the deal with these griffins? How fast these bad boys go?
They can give me an animal handling check. That'll be your turn.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, they can fly about 80 feet in 6 seconds.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Cool.
as fast as I can fly.
Oh, it's the same speed that the Regal can fly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's less impressive then.
Well,
I'm saying you're impressive. I was
really
impressed by the
hard.
Griffins. I'm saying I'm less impressed by the Griffins now because you can do what they can do and better.
Griffins are
in my
only
opinion.
one bird.
And
call.
160 if they're really trying hard.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right, Kyler. Anything you want to do there?
Can I tell if the dragon moving is illusion magic or if the physical dragon is actually moving?
So this, I believe, is an intelligence-based check. So you may do an investigation or an arcana.
Okay. I'm gonna use a luck point because I rolled a 2. That's better. That'll be a 24.
Oh, wow. This is moving. And you begin to see that, it's not an illusion. You are smart enough, versed enough in this sort of thing, to know what you are seeing is a very stiffly moving dragon about a block away from you.
All right, guys. So that's real. That thing's I don't know about alive, but it's material for sure.
Paige.
Okay, say in my earring then. So if we can just get its head to hold still long enough, is that going to be good enough, or do we need to kill it?
Well, the other option is we don't need it. Any 5-foot reflective surface will do.
Right. I look
So
for
we
a
just-
5-foot reflective surface. I'm a raven.
On your
50%?
turn. Yeah, roll a perception check.
50% of a raven. 17.
Nice. You see about 75% of the way to the Red Dragon Tower that there is the bakery. I don't know, it must be a bakery. It's shaped like a great big cupcake. And it has these sort of big embedded mirror sparkles as though they're sprinkles in the sort of roof of it. That seems kind of like it's in the same path. It's probably about 200 feet from you.
I go
What is she saying?
I think
I
the
think
Regal's
Timmy's
trying to
on the
tell us
well.
something.
guys, shinies,
Right.
straight ahead.
Got it.
Okay,
that I also have an option, maybe, which means we can get a reflective thing in there without us going into the fog. Because there's fog in the towers, I think are one of the problems. So I think I have an option.
Is there fog in the head part, or is it just at the bottom still?
No.
I think it's coming out the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
No fog.
Okay, so that was Paige's turn. Did a perception check. We are coming back up to the top of initiative, which is Ripley. Anything you want to do?
I don't know, guys. Is there anything I should be doing?
Can you grapple a dragon?
Can you grapple it? If you can, you have to tell us.
I've never tried.
Not for your first time, then.
Okay.
Ripley, as you sort of are, because you're right beside the mirror, like the big sun mirror, as you're doing this, you see coming up the ladder just behind you is a pixie, and they are like a little lumberjack pixie. I think you met Dewey before, and it's Dewey, and he sort of just pops up on the top of the ladder, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what are you? Can I help? I've seen some of my friends go down, and so it's been really, the tree is my card catalog completely obliterated, and I could use your help. I could help you. And Ripley, I need you to give me a save.
Be bless yourself.
What kind of a save?
You need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Is this a spell?
Get him! Kill the pixie!
It is a spell?
It's a spell, yeah.
Oh, wisdom is Ripley's best thing. I don't care. I'm gonna counterspell it.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to counterspell it.
All right. It is being cast. Well, I can't remember what I'm supposed to say. I think you can.
If it's a third level or below, I believe it happens automatically. Above, I have to roll.
Too. Okay, so so it happens automatically. You, Kyler, because you have Kyler has kind of been involved with running into one of the Obliterator's simulacrums.
Ooh.
And are familiar with the whole charm thing that they've got going on. Yes, Kevin.
I was charmed.
All right.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Okay, we have Jason squeaking for Ripley.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, he's not
Just a
charmed
reminder.
anymore, which is nice.
You still had the hiccups all this time, and yet they continue. So again, you just feel like you can't make a good impression or pick a lock.
And we have a
hello.
second squeak once we're done with Ripley.
Okay, do it.
Kyler also has a reaction.
Okay.
Do you remember what yours is?
All
Kyler?
right. I do. I
Cold blast.
release a nice burst of cold blast.
And there's a note that goes up with the squeak. It says, "Save the cold for the monsters, Mom."
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. I was hoping
So
the
I
monsters
believe
would
that
get closer.
A con save.
From whoever was standing close to
DC
Kyla.
10. Yeah, which is all of you. You're all
Including
up there
the
around there.
monster.
Did
Yep.
you get Dewey?
Including the
Phew.
monster.
Get out of here, Pixie. Pixies, you can't trust Pixies.
I rolled a 13.
The DC is only 10. Anybody
Okay.
below 10?
Yes, I got a natural 1.
Oh, you take 1d8.
Ugh.
Do you want to roll or do you want me to?
I will roll because I have my most favorite dice out, so.
Okay.
This is what happens, Karen.
Okay, I'm still a regal.
You can see the frost sort of like scatters across Dewey's face, and he pulls out his little axe. Gee, it didn't work, eh? No. Ripley, not only did you have counterspell going for it, but as you felt that charm starting to worm its way into your head, into your personality, I don't know if anybody's ever attempted to magically charm you before, Ripley, have they?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
And so I think this is the first time that it's like, even though your pal had your back, you were like, I don't buy this. Not like Derry did. You get like this little, you hear the voice of the woods for a moment in your head saying, our people don't do charm.
Okay.
That happened to me once.
Really?
Okay.
There
is a pixie in the mix.
Get out of here.
Pixie in the mixie!
Ripley, it is your turn. What do you want to do? The pixie's right beside you.
Wait, my turn?
Yeah, because you didn't do much on your turn.
How big is he?
Bumbled it. He's tiny.
Okay,
Pixie
can I just
size.
swat him away?
Yeah, roll an attack with your weapon of swatting choice.
I'll just use my hand. Use the back of my hand.
Backhanded pixie! Get out of here!
That's a...
Like it's a house fly?
A dirty 20.
That's a hit.
Nice.
It's just 1 damage, but I just wanted to get him away. How far do I hit him?
Like he sort of like whiffs a little bit, and with your passive perception, you see this little silver thread ribbon behind it just sort of ripple as he goes like up into the air. Since you tried to like swat him, and he seems pretty good, honestly.
Okay. Do you mind? We're trying to do something here.
Thank you.
So am I, and you just, what? No. Anyway, I had big plans for you, cleric. Okay, it's Derry's turn.
Range.
Unless there's anything else on your turn there, Ripley.
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
It's gonna chop this pixie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen this before. They charmed me before. I know this isn't real.
Some pixie charcuterie.
Oh, it's only an 11 to hit?
That misses.
Okay, second attack. That's a 25 to hit. Much better.
That's a choppy.
It's going to be 10 damage.
Okay, so as Derry just like you've seen this, you just like you sort of get gently Ripley out of the way. I don't know, maybe you're like, hey, that was and right through it, and you can see like drops of erasure sort of like, and the ribbon squiggles out and away.
Oh,
okay, so everyone be on the lookout for people and creatures that pretend to be real. That's happened before. That's what these obliterators are doing. They're creating like phantom versions of people we know, or I know.
Okay, so just chop everything you see.
Hold on.
Okay.
It really feels like we should just talk to us four.
Okay.
Like that's my instinct at the moment.
Don't let people charm you. That's my advice.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn? You want to move? You want to?
No. Well, right, because the mirror's already... Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yep, it's pretty good. I don't know what I honestly don't know what you're planning next. So
Me neither.
Neither.
Go to the dragon? I don't know.
Kyler, you're up. Do you want to suggest a...
Right. Yeah. So basically, I learned a spell where I can kind of make a big metal person. So I was thinking of just popping the big metal person into where the well is, because metal person I don't think needs to breathe. So he could probably deal with the fog and also reflect the light.
was gonna say, how shiny is this metal person? Because
I'll be honest,
not all metal
I've
is reflective.
I figured he was equivalent to whatever muffin tins we were trying to get in the bakery.
Shiny things.
I'll be honest, I've never made it before, so I don't know how shiny it is.
Do it.
I
Worth a
would
shot.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't think any of us can carry it, so I'm going to use my movement to get onto Paige. I'm going to go, I think we need to be a little closer. About, let's say, 90 feet from the tower.
I wink and I raise an eye.
Okay. I will allow you to, like, with your movement, which you didn't really use, get onto Paige, if that is, if you're all going.
Can you hold your action?
Yes. I will, yeah, or I guess so I have to prep a reaction when we are 90 feet from the point in the tower. Mm-hmm. I can summon construct in a point that I can see. So if I can see to the windows, I will do that.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. It is Paige's turn.
In their brains. Okay, somebody needs to stay up here, though, and point the beam directly at the metal man. And then we direct the metal man to point it into the plexus, yes? Okay. Who's staying up?
I can stay.
Okay, well, we'll come get you after.
Okay.
Okay. Hop on, then.
Okay.
Oh, no!
Yes. Oh.
Okay, no, don't worry. It's not a squeak. But I have to bring this up. Because BGVR just said it works out when everyone in the party is on the same page.
Well worth your time.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, MacGyver.
Yeah. All right. If Kyler's on my back, I will take Kyler and leave Ripley and Derry up top, and we'll come back and get them. Yeah.
Right.
Come on, then.
That's good.
Okay. So Paige and Kyler. Sorry.
Dive
Paige
down.
And Kyler, we're heading towards it, and you have a dash of 180.
160.
And it's 160. And let me just see if one is 90 feet for you.
Nah.
No, you can't get there on this turn. Not quite on this turn, my friends.
That's all good.
Okay. All right. But as you are flying almost directly over the tense battle with the second obliterator that has, like, where Maul and Zrill and the Librarians are. And in fact, as you sort of swoop by, thankfully not directly below you, you see a column of erupting fog. Now about 30 feet in the air. Shoots into the air and it starts to climb. So, and it's sort of beside you and a little bit behind you if you continue on your dash.
Okay. Good to know.
About how far is it from us?
It is about 50 feet, 40 feet. Okay. And I think the two of you on the top of the Coliseum will see that as well. That there is that column of erupting fog happening. And yes, at the top of the initiative, all of you also see that the wings of Faerun Tenamar, the tower, start to stretch out.
Oh,
okay.
Dear undead dragon. Not good.
Not good.
Okay, it is Ripley's turn.
Okay.
You can prepare an action if you want to do like an investigate. It's going to be an investigation check to like before to move the
that's
mirror.
a good call.
Yeah, sure. To move the mirror, you mean? Yeah. I will prep that
Continue
then.
to man the mirror kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Follow me, Ripley. Like
Okay.
a spotlight.
Yep.
Okay. Derry?
I support Ripley.
Yeah, you can ready a help for him so he does the next with advantage.
Yeah.
I think that sounds good. Okay. Kyler.
Hey, how wide across is that sinkhole?
It's about 30 feet across.
It's about 30 feet across.
You can see the obliterators like come out of it and is like hulking around and pseudopoding things and sending
30
out
feet
little
across.
silver streamers.
30 feet across, I can't do anything about that. So I'm just going to prep the same reaction, I think.
Okay. All right. And Paige, you're going to continue to fly.
I'm going to get there and I'm going to awkwardly hover as best I can.
Okay.
So that Kyler can cast a spell.
You're hovering right above that sort of cupcake bakery. And on Paige's turn, you get well within your distance of 90 feet. And she's hovering for you, because that was the plan. And you release your...
So I'm gonna inhale. I'm gonna exhale like a little baseball. I'm gonna toss the baseball, and it's gonna start forming into like a humanoid thing.
Nice.
And I'm gonna cast Summon Construct, and I'm gonna summon a metal golem.
No, tell me, are you...
So it's just a Pokeball. You threw a Pokeball.
It's a Pokeball.
In the eye of the dragon? Are you, like, tell me about where you're putting it.
Ideally, I would put it as close as I could to where the Eye of the Dragon originally was before we saw it move. But it had obviously it has to be on a solid surface.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I guess I pictured like a top room in the tower towards the well. Because I think you mentioned seeing something through a window. That's my guess.
Okay. So I'm going to ask for a bit of a roll. It's almost just sort of a lucky thing to like, is there something there? But let's make this an investigation check to see if you can figure out where to put this construct, that it will beam in the right direction.
Okay.
Remember your inspiration.
Yes. This is important. I'm going to, for my inhaler, I am going to shoot out some inhaler smoke. I'm going to watch the inhaler smoke find some like cracks in cobblestone that see solid ground. I'm going to use my last portent roll to get a 19. So I got a 26 investigation.
26.
Nice.
Kyler with this galaxy brain. These just sort of, as this monstrous tower, which is clearly being animated from within, is starting to swirl around, and right in the tear duct of the dragon, ex-dragon Faerun, this construct lands. This metal man. What better symbol for an envoy from Beaconhold?
That's right.
From Eberron. Here in Faerun, and beams the light of legend lore. Now, we're going to need to see whether Ripley and Derry can hold up their end of the bargain here.
You got it.
So I'm going to ask for...
You're inspired. Don't
Yeah,
forget.
you have advantage and you have the D10, I think. We could do this.
Right. That's right. It's an investigation, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
With advantage, because I'm helping.
Yep, with advantage and with a
And
1d10.
the D10 if you need it.
And you can see the result of your roll before adding Bardic.
What is happening?
That's a 20. That's a crit.
That's 20!
Yeah! For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
dude.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I played the wrong sound. This one.
Yeah, I used my inspiration, but yes, it's a 20.
Okay. You see this tornado of pages and mages just go crisscrossing the skies of Candlekeep. Boom, 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 off the symbol of Eberron and into the center well. Just as you do that, you see like this, like a glitter bomb
Nice.
from the center well goes out, and you all hear, like everywhere, it's really loud. Anyone in Candlekeep could hear it. You hear snippets of those legends that you heard. You hear, once upon a time, the hero Alaris. You hear Gerardo's voice saying, it was given out of respect. You hear, oh man, what were all your gifts? The mage and there was the map. Oh yeah, the physical embodiment of knowledge in Faerun. And you hear, from the depths of the void. And all of these legends sort of swirl around and everybody hears it. And just like you feel the ground of Candlekeep. And the sinkhole that Zrill and Maul were fighting disappears. Fortunately, at that moment, Faerun is free. But it does look like everything beneath is gone. And you hear in your ear, you hear sort of excited, just sort of a babble from Gerardo. It looks like it's gone. Like we don't see any in the map anymore. I think it's gone. What do you do?
Are we still in initiative or?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was, so it was because everybody was like holding actions and stuff. That was Paige's turn, which then triggered Kyler's, which triggered Ripley and Derry.
Right.
So we are pretty much back at the top of initiative. And that is when you see Faerun wave his wings.
Uh-oh. Because we all got below 10.
Okay, so Ripley, what do you do?
Guys, good news, bad news. I think most of the fog's gone, so that's pretty great. In other news, you know that ancient tower that existed on your skyline for ages?
Of course, yes.
Pretty sure it's a dragon.
Oh,
pretty
no.
sure it's moving, and yeah, it's well, it looks very awake and not very nice at all. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Does this count as the bronze dragons see evidence of the erasure? Are they going to know that this dragon is powered by erasure, maybe?
Give me an insight check there, Kyler.
Oh, 3.
Man, I don't know. It's like
I don't know. I don't know either, Jen.
So to refocus us all, it does appear like you have an amazing weapon that you have just destroyed whatever erasure was beneath the surface of Candlekeep. Well done, first of all.
Thanks.
Using Lumen's plexus to do
Whatever.
so. Yeah. And Faerun does not seem to be part of what was happening down below, and so seems to be free. And we are at Ripley, who has given you, some information and is holding the mirror on top of the Colosseum. Anything else you want to do, Ripley, before we move on to Derry?
I don't know anything about Faerun. Can I talk in my earring and be like, hey, guys, Faerun, heard of it? What's it about? Is it good? Is it bad? Should we be concerned?
Okay. So, man, this is when we're doing a lot of conversation in initiative. It becomes complicated because I also want to ask somebody for a sort of a draconic lore check.
Bravo!
I could also do it.
Oh yeah.
If that's all right.
Yep.
Go for it.
What kind of, like a history?
Yeah. And because don't you
Thank
have
you.
like
That was- I
advantage on
totally forgot about
anything
that.
for draconic?
I have advantage on intelligence checks surrounding draconic lore, and if Jen didn't say anything, Griffin might have forgot. Here we go.
Because of your mom. See,
That's
Janine?
right,
So
because of Janine. Whoa, those are some good rolls. That is a 20. That's another 26.
Okay. Kyler takes a moment on Ripley's turn to.
One second, Rip.
This is not. I mean, it's an
Go
ancient
ahead.
red dragon, but it was like turned into a tower. There's no red dragon in there, but there still might be like lungs and things that could do stuff with the ooze stuff inside it. It's not like a dragon that you would have seen before. It also seems to be moving very stiffly, and is taking a long time to get up to moving its wings. So you get the sense that this, especially with that excellent roll, is it can probably do some draconic things. It's probably about to. It's making it's it's awakening itself to its draconic structure, but its abilities, its damage is probably going to be more ooze related.
And it's probably not happy that it was a tower, huh?
Oh yeah, like you don't think that there's probably any Faerun and left in there.
Cool.
This is the erasure using Faerun and, much like it used other shapes.
Can we move the mirror to point it at the dragon? Point the.
Darius says that on his turn.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's try it, Rip.
Sure.
We're still here with the mirror, right?
Okay. I'll move it again. Is that another check?
It's an investigation check again, but you're being helped by Derry. The two brightest stars.
Yeah.
So nice.
What does Derry give me with his help?
Advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay. Oh boy, it's a 10.
Ooh.
Okay, like you sweep across it and you realize that like this is kind of a good idea. It like, but it doesn't quite hit what you need to hit. But like it sort of sparkles off the tough, dead exterior of your Antenamar.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
any bonus actions or movement? You've used your action, Ripley, and you've talked a lot, so.
Gosh.
And Darius, just like you're on deck, but you've used the help action, so you can bonus or move or that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. While Ripley thinks, I think I'm gonna like just head down.
Okay.
So use my movement to get to the bottom, to get to as close to the dragon as I can.
Okay, so remember, like your picture on the top of the Coliseum, and it's about a block away from you.
Okay.
So you can climb down the Coliseum is probably the fastest way to get there.
Let's do that.
Okay. Ripley, anything else in your turn there?
Guys, should I keep... I should probably keep aiming this light, huh?
I'm for the best.
Cool. Yeah. What? I don't know.
Okay, well, I think
Sure, I'll
think
keep-
about it. Derry's going to move. He's taken an action, but I'm going to allow you to like get down off the Coliseum on your turn as well with your movement. And you've got great athletics. I mean, I guess we could have you roll to see if you utterly fail.
Me or?
Yeah, athletics.
Oh, sorry.
You're climbing down.
I got a 13.
Okay, you don't utterly fail. You managed to get to the bottom using your movement. And Derry is starting to, like, race towards you. It is now Kyler's turn.
All right, I'm gonna put it into the air. I'm gonna go. You guys, I know so much about Faerun and Eberron, but there's no point. There's not a lot of him left in this. We gotta bring down this dragon. And I'm gonna use my ring, and I'm gonna use 2 charges to cast Ice Storm as Faerun and Eberron.
Nice.
And I think I might hit my construct too, but he'll be okay.
He's done what he needed to do.
You can, or Faerun and Eberron can make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man, 9. I'm still waking up.
Nine fails. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, rock on. He's gonna take 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold. Okay, so that is 5 bludgeoning and 16 cold damage.
Okay.
And I have to assume my golem's gonna fail, but let me just check. Yeah. So he also takes that, but he's got some immunities. Or rather, resistances. Okay, great.
Okay. All right. It is now Paige's turn. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It is actually my golem's turn, I think.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, you have a
my
working
initiative.
construct. He's like right up there.
Yeah, it's in his tear duct.
Yes. I mean, it's
a metal golem has a thing called heated body, is when a creature that touches the construct or hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet takes 1d10 fire damage. So I think if the construct is standing on it, I think I just get to roll the fire damage.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Nice.
That's just 6 fire damage.
6 fire, but like you can see like the fog that's sort of pouring out of like all the cracks and crevices and windows of that like retreats from the flame.
I'm gonna shout, Jedediah, take it down! And it gets 2 attacks.
Wow, what a nifty thing.
Yeah, golems are crazy stuff. Here we go. That is a 14 and a dirty 20.
The dirty 20 hits.
Okay, that'll be 16 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
From just a big, meaty metal fist. Call.
Right into its eye.
Oh yeah, oof.
Sorry, how much was the total on that?
16 from the golem.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And it also looks kind of bludgeoned and pretty cold.
Beating up its face.
Dragon face.
Paige.
Okay, so Ripley's got a beam going, but it's not quite pointed at the dragon, correct?
Yeah, hasn't hit anything that hurt it yet.
But is it sort of near it?
Yes, the beam is near it.
Okay, what I'd like to do...
You are, like, we were saying, you were hovering about 90 feet from... Yeah.
So I would like to... Kyler's on my back, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for a ride, Kyler. Come on.
Okay. Jedediah, we're coming!
I'm going to bolt and try and distract this, get its attention, and try and get it to follow me towards the beam. So I'm going to, flap up and then dive bomb down to sort of...
Whoa.
And as we fall, sorry, Kyler, I'm going to drop my wild shape and then cast Erupting Earth at its feet.
Okay. Is Erupting Earth an attack?
It's an action. So I'd like to use my movement to sort of like catch its attention. Get it to follow.
I'm more wondering if you roll to attack with Erupting Earth.
No,
Because
it's a
that
save.
would, like your ability to do all these things in your attack roll.
It's a save.
It's a save. Let us add +2 to your DC.
In my
because-
dream world, it stumbles and falls into the beam. You see how it goes.
Right? Yeah. So let's add +2 to the DC of the save, given your fancy shenanigans.
Sure.
Okay.
So it's a dexterity save. I imagine
Oh.
Kyler and I might need to make some sort of check as well, because I did
Yes.
throw us out of the sky.
You did. You need to make some dexterity saving throws. Oh man!
Oh man.
My sort of creepy dragon rolled a 4.
Oh, jeez.
But
So your dragon rolled a 4. How do you want to resolve this?
so you totally, he fails. And we're still on this round.
Okay, so as I cast Erupting Earth,
Mm-hmm.
I cast it at
I will
4th
take
level, so that's 4d12.
I'll take dragon damage first, and then we'll do damage to see if you tumble out of the
12.
sky.
Dragon damage is the following: 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whew!
It's difficult terrain.
Yep.
Yes. It doesn't
Okay.
fall prone. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Paige.
earth punches it.
And now
Yes.
we need you and Kyler to make dexterity saving throws. As
I got
you
a 21.
beam out of the sky.
I got a 16, and I don't know if I should use my bardic or not.
Use it.
Ah! Oh wait, I dropped it. Hiya! Okay, so I got it to a dirty 20. I feel better about that.
Nice. Okay, man, because like a 90-foot ball is a lot.
Yeah, not good.
I mean, not that, but you know what I'm saying. Like there was some.
You're made of paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as you like land, I feel like Paige in her wild shape. Well, not in drops out of her wild shape, but still like curls herself around you, Kyler, and you both sort of manage the roll like a human cheese wheel onto the ground, and you are at the feet of Faerun Tenamar, and the erupting earth starts to just like is showering down around you, and the old beast here is starting to feel his way out, and he roars, and this fog comes streaming out. It's sort of in the sky for the moment, starting to settle, and we are now at the top of initiative, and you find this hopefully very frightening. You are all going to have to make a saving throw versus
Not me.
Not
I
Kyla.
have heroism.
Correct.
Oh, nice! A wisdom save. Everybody who is aware.
Thank you, Paige. Good gosh.
Which dice to choose?
Okay, so the DC is 16. I'll just say it. Anybody fail?
I got 16.
You passed! Okay,
Whew.
so those of you who failed are now frightened.
Not
So,
Not good. Not good.
to remind you of what happens when you are frightened, you have disadvantage. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is within line of sight, and I would say it definitely is, given what you're attempting to do there, buddies. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. You will get to do a saving throw against this at the end of your turns. So, roars, very frightening for some of you, not so frightening for others, and is now going to attack. And I'm afraid the closest people to attack are you, Paige, and Kyler. And this big maw, sort of like you can see like bookshelves tumbling out of its mouth as it like rears down towards you, and it is going to I'm gonna roll. I can't decide. Paige, smart, figured out that you
Better
did
choice.
the erupting earth. Yeah, it's going to attempt to bite you. A natural 1.
Oh.
What?
Oh no!
Ew.
At that minute, we have a squeak for Paige
Oh,
from BGBR, BYBR.
got a
Onward
5.
heroes.
You got
Okay.
a 5. You flex, and a wave of power emanates from you. All unlocked doors and windows within 60 feet of the PC fly open.
So it's a tower.
So all the
Yes.
griffins are free.
All the griffins are free. You see the griffins. There's a cloud of griffins now, and
Wow.
Oh my god.
you know what? I feel like this actually has an impact. But how much? You see all of the windows
no.
and doors all over Faerun and Tenbar fly open. Oops.
So exciting.
Oh,
And,
it's buffeting.
and like erasure and ooze and fog like streams out of it, and it's like Paige, roll me a D12. We never hear from the D12.
6.
Nice. It loses 6 of the things that make up its life just out of its windows and doors.
6 of the things that
Okay. It is still its turn, however, and it is going to claw once again at Paige. I'm going to retire that die. Oh, that's better. That's a 29 to hit.
29, did you say?
That's a dragon. That's a dragon.
No,
Where is
no.
Derry? Wow, my gosh.
I'm running.
I haven't been attacked in a long time. Okay.
So that's a hit. So that is 12 slashing damage.
Oh.
And
There might be
then
more.
with the other claw, it sort of peels off its support tower and swipes towards Kyler.
I'm going to cast shield.
Okay.
So my AC is raised to 19.
Okay, nice.
Right.
All right, because it was an 18 to hit.
Oh,
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shield. Nice shield, Kyler.
That's never worked out that well before, I'm being honest.
What does your shield look like?
I picture it the exact same way as my inhaler teleport. And then I kind of just run away.
Love it.
All right. That is the end of its term. And I tell you, it is looking a lot more lively at this point.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mhm. So we
I
move
did
to...
28 points of damage.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it looks more spry. It looks more in control of its draconic abilities.
That's
Good.
Yep. So it's Ripley's turn.
How far away is it?
From you, it's like a city block. It's like almost 300 feet.
I don't know if I should continue trying to aim this.
You can talk in your earring if you want. That's a question that you...
Guys, I don't know if I should continue trying to aim this beam of light, or if I should kind of lock it off and come and help you guys and try and get it in the vicinity of the beam of light.
Right.
right. I'll be honest. I am slowly becoming less useful, so I could come relieve you.
Yeah, I think it's great to keep trying to hit it. It's the most powerful thing we have.
Yeah.
You do, Ripley?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
roll an
that's-
investigation.
Okay. Yeah. That is a 16.
That hits.
Yeah, Ripley.
Nice. Okay. I did not think, honestly, that you were going to use this in this fashion. So I need to think about what sort of damage you're going to deal.
Yes, however, I am scared. I am frightened.
So you have disadvantage on ability checks. So
I'll just roll that one more time.
Whoops.
See how this goes.
Come on, roll a 20 on this one.
It's gonna be higher this time.
You're afraid.
The 19.
Still a 19.
Yeah.
Good job. All right.
Yes.
Let's do 2 D12s.
Okay.
I'm feeling like a D12.
Give away the D12s.
That's right. Everyone watching this show, you're all gonna get D12.
That is a 15.
15.
No, wait,
nice.
16.
16. Nice. So this time, like, all of the stories and the knowledge and the investigation that Ripley is just like pouring into it, and that you guys have loaded up this beam with, and the candle from Lumen herself is just raking across this dragon, and this time it does indeed do a ton of damage, and it is not looking good, my friends, for the dragon, as in it looks good for you. How much was that again?
That's good.
16.
16. Okay. And at the end of your turn, Ripley,
If you're frightened still.
yes, the creature is going to take its legendary action.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Does Ripley get to save again at the end of his turn?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Phew.
Right, okay. What is it? Is it wisdom?
Wisdom save. DC 16.
20. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Whoa.
You shake it. You've got this.
Yeah, you see it get damaged by the beam, and you're like, that's so
This thing's
scary.
not so scary.
Okay. So, legendary action. On its turn, it is going to flap its wings.
No!
Kyler, Paige, and the construct must succeed on a dex savings throw. Yeah.
Really bad. I got a 5.
Okay, Paige fails.
Yeah, so
Kyler?
the construct got a 10. I am going to use my last luck point. Because that was kind of good, but not super good. And that's worse. That's a 7.
Everyone fails. And it just like beats you down. And you will take 14 bludgeoning.
Oof.
And you are knocked prone.
You okay, Kyla?
And it's happy
yeah,
where it is.
I think so, but let me just check one thing. Phew, construct's still around.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, you've got to do your concentration.
I got a nat 20 on Constitution check, which because wow, Kyla's Constitution is not good.
That's true. Thank you. Yeah, you've got a concentration spell going. All right, that's the end of Ripley's turn. It is Derry, and then Kyler's on deck.
Okay, so can I get to the vicinity of the dragon on this turn?
What's your speed? At
40.
40. You can get like halfway there if you dashed.
Okay. Well,
But just
while
know they
on
are-
my way there, I'd like to prep a rope. Make a little lasso out of a rope. And if there's like in the Griffin pen or something, if there's like a steel thing that can drive into the ground, you know what I'm saying? I want to prep this essentially like a lasso that I'm going to try and use on the dragon when I get to him.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
You do so.
Great.
He's taking a legendary action.
Oh, no.
Which is just seeing if you can see what you're up to.
Oh no. I shouldn't have told the DM what I was up to.
It is Kyler's turn.
Okay. This cloud of awesome cool fog above us. What would you say the radius of that cloud is?
I'd say it's probably like 30 feet.
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn to Paige and say, "Hey, I think we should skedaddle." This fog is so bad for me. I'm gonna run 25 feet. Or sorry, not run 25 feet. I'm going to Misty Step to get 30 feet. And then I'm going to move, gosh, I guess my full 25. And then I'm going to turn around and shoot a firebolt at it.
Okay, all right.
I got to get out of this fog. That's only a 12 to hit with my firebolt.
Yeah, that's a miss.
I don't look while I'm shooting it.
Desperate times.
But then I will have my construct go in on it.
Oh yeah.
Construct's not looking good, but it'll take its 1d10 of fire damage for touching it. That's 9 fire damage.
Okay.
And then 2 attacks. Whoa, okay. That is going to be a 23 and a 25 to hit.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah, it uses my spell attack bonus, which is good stuff.
Lucky.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. It only uses my spell attack modifier. So that's actually only a dirty 20 and a 22.
That is.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's
4. So that'll be 26 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Big metal punch.
Rough, and you can it's just leaking everywhere. And all the windows are shattered. The bookshelves are just spilling out. The teeth are looking a little bit like he's lost a bunch. And yeah, it looks pretty close.
I think I did my Misty Step and then I ran 10 feet and I felt bad about leaving Paige, so I'm gonna run back 10 feet and just kind of stand just on the edge of the fog, but just like.
Paige, your turn.
Okay, I'm prone at the feet of this dragon building. I'm going to. I imagine I've got my head on the ground. Can I see the sky? Can I see the sky, or is there too much fog?
It's still a bright afternoon, and there is. I roll a perception check to see if you can. Maybe you can't. It is tough.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you can. You're like so in touch.
I'm going to cast Skywrite. And I'm going to use all the poetry skills that I've learned here in Candlekeep. And I'm going to say in the sky, Candlekeep needs you, dragons bronze. Come fight the ancient ones. And that will show up in the sky. So that's my action. Hoping that some dragons will come and clean up.
And fight the dragon.
And I will use my bonus action to wild shape into a tiger.
Wonderful.
And I guess I can use my movement to run to get between Kyler and this thing. That's
yeah, nice. Okay. Noted. So Ripley, up to you now. You are no longer frightened. You've got a straight roll an investigation check if you want to.
Oh, I'm going to roll a wisdom save. I'm frightened. 15?
Yeah. That is a fail. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
DC
I thought it was
16, right?
It's DC
16,
16, yeah.
Okay.
Still frightened.
Okay.
So you need
scared.
to move away. Did you do that?
I did. Yeah, I moved away.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you didn't attack.
I really want to heal some people. Everyone's so far away.
Just beam him, bud.
Beam him.
Okay.
Beam him.
All right.
Beam him.
I'm just
Beam
gonna
me up,
Doing a lot of
Ripley.
damage.
Nothing better
just
than
gonna
a
beam him again.
Let's beam him again.
Oh boy. That is a 15.
That is a hit. Yeah, the AC is 15. Yeah.
Good. Lovely.
It's 2d12s, right?
2d12s?
Yep.
Ooh, love a d12.
Oh. Oh wow. That's 21.
Whoa!
Ripley, you hear it feels like all of the knowledge of Faerun. It's not just what you've poured into it, it's what's been stored here in Candlekeep. You hear it all, and it rains down upon that last vestige of the erasure. How do you want to finish it off?
Oh god. Oh gosh. Oh man. I'm just flabbergasted. What can I say? I've never had this much knowledge in my hands. I never thought I would ever be able to see this much knowledge in my hands. So this is not how I expected to be using it. I'm kind of speechless. I'm like, guys, I think it's working. And
Keep going.
It's knowledge, Ripley.
And I don't know. That's the last bit I say, I guess, before it
I think it's working.
And
crumbles.
the erasure that was unnaturally powering the poor corpse of Faerun dissipates. And you see Faerun is like left in this sort of crouch over top of Paige and Kyler, at peace once again. It settles around you. Is there anything that you do in this moment?
Cast Skyride again and say, just kidding, we're fine.
You can come look if you want.
Funny you should mention that, but
Oh no.
a dragon of mine, not the one here, rolled a natural 20 on their perception check. And I think Ripley would be the first to see these bronze wings flying towards you. And especially given your location, Ripley, and your passive perception, you see that there is an ancient bronze dragon flying towards you, and appears to be a rider on their back.
Guys, there's I don't know if you guys can see this, but it appears to be another dragon.
Does it look like this one?
It's pretty big. Pretty.
Oh, it's bigger.
Oh, it's yeah. I mean, does anyone speak Draconic? Anyone want to try talking to him?
No.
What did you say, Paige?
I called for it. I asked him to come and help.
Oh, okay.
Don't
So-
point your beam at him.
Okay, I won't. That's good. I don't know. Do I wave? What did dragons go? I go, all good. Just go back.
Like big dragon wings. Go away.
Oh, good. How are you? You all right?
It is some ways away, Ripley. I mean, it's moving, but you probably have time to reconvene together or do something like that before it arrives.
Okay. I guess do I still need to be pointing this beam? Can I let it go?
It's starting to peter out. It's still going, but yeah, you can like put it where you feel is safe. I mean, it's a powerful thing, but doesn't seem to have hurt anything other than erasure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll point it. I don't know. I'll point it at the sky, I guess.
Sure.
And then I'll try and get down to where my friends are. So
You find Derry first. Derry is at the base of the Colosseum. As you go by, you do sadly see that the banner that held Plumbata has been torn in half. And you see that Maul and Zrill and a handful of librarians are jumping in celebration as they've basically taken care of their obliterated. They want you to know that. But since it was still attached to the underground and the plexus was finally defeated by you directing the beam into the center well. Paige and Kyler, you don't know your way around Candlekeep very well, and you're about a block away. So I think Derry's going to have to like help sort of find you and gather you together. There is a bronze dragon on the way. Where do you want to assemble to greet it, or do you want to like do something else?
At the center well. That's where we'll find Lumen and the bookmasters.
Right. We could also hop on the Griffins and go to meet it.
Very cool.
But Lumen could also be good in this interaction. I'm not sure.
I'm a tiger now. I think it would be really cool if I was riding a Griffin.
I agree. I can't talk to Griffins.
All right, we got one last squeak from Raj for Derry. Onward, heroes.
Oh, because it's the hand. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. When are you finally going to go down by your own hands? Derry, you are... you guys are all together? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
And this ghostly hand chooses a random creature within 30 feet. Do you want to... Well, there are 3 of them. 1, 2 for Ripley, 3, 4 for Paige, 5, 6 for Kyler. Do you want to roll or do you want me to?
I can roll it to D6.
Yep.
2.
Oh, good.
Man, Ripley.
Ripley again.
Of course it is.
Every magic effect.
Are you sure you don't want some of my medicine?
You can take the medicine.
Roll that
That's
D6
cool.
again for necrotic.
That is a 6. I'm okay, really. Everything's fine. I'll be fine.
Do I get that 6 HP?
Strong, yeah.
Nice.
Not strong, you know, but those things that make up life. Just
Derry, you're
more of them.
addicted, man.
I just want to point out that in this episode and the past episode, I have not been damaged at all.
The barbarian.
And I now
Damaged
have
all in the past.
I have
episode?
not been damaged at all, and I now have plus 10 to my base HP, which is 93. So I'm at 113 HP. I really wanted to lasso that dragon, you guys, but
I'm sorry.
Derry, lasso a griffin.
Let's get this
flying
one.
all over. Lasso one.
Yeah, catch a griffin.
We're flying all over. Candle keeps lousy with Griffin.
Roll your athletics check.
Okay. That's 24.
Oh my gosh! You get 2!
Cool.
Two heads and one lasso, and they're like, ah!
they come on down then, and you have 2 griffins. Okay, guys, now you got to decide. Paint me the scene. What you gonna do as this bronze dragon swoops over Candlekeep?
Do we have time to make a banner?
No, get on the griffin.
Oh, okay.
You
sure.
have 1 minute.
I jump on the griffin's back as a tiger, hoping this is going to go well.
And I think it will. I think it will.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to join?
I mean, I'll go
Yeah,
on a griffin.
I'll
You
get
put
on
2 of you on a
Griffin.
griffin.
Sure.
I want to jump on the tiger one.
All right. Both get up on griffins. You fly above Candlekeep, where the skywriting is like there in front of you, and this massive ancient bronze dragon is flapping towards you, and he hovers over top, and you see that seated on his back is a very regal looking woman, and she has sort of a shock of dark brown hair that's been hennaed to rust. She's got black eyes with glints of bronze and russet inside them, and she is in full armor, and her shade is just a shade darker than the bronze dragon that she rides. What do you do?
I'll just shoot a quick little message cantrip to the actual dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And in Draconic, just say, "Thanks for coming. All is good."
In your head, you hear the deep rumbling voice. Why would you skywrite that, then? The mystery deepens. Let us speak aloud.
I don't tell anybody what I did. If he's suspicious, I don't know why.
The bronze dragon speaks in common to you.
Oh.
And he says, "My name is Arvianth. I am the first blade of the Sword Coast." And upon his back, you hear the woman, and she calls out clearly, "I am also the first blade of the Sword Coast. My name is Feneth. We have come at your behest. Also, we have been swooping over to make sure that you are not overstepping the cordon arcana that we have set upon this place." The big male dragon says, "We do not wish to destroy the beauty of Candlekeep below, but we will. We have orders that we must follow."
Everything is under control. Hello, I am Derry. I am quartermaster in waiting here at Candlekeep. And we have successfully driven back the erasure, and everything appears to be in order once again. These are my friends from Beaconhold. They are emissaries who have aided us greatly in this endeavor.
Interesting.
What would you like to know?
Well, our orders are that if you are in fact a quartermaster, we will believe the word of someone who bears the quarter moon.
I have it. I have it right here. I like very, very excitedly like hold it out. Like, look, see?
Almost drop it.
Yeah, like oh my. It's official.
The woman sort of puts a hand on Arvianth's head and says, "We forgot one thing, my darling. We also have heard tell of the Eye of the Tiger device. We need someone to peruse the area within the cordon and make sure that it is, in fact, clear of the threat."
So just inside me right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
Oh, right, you're a tiger.
Right. You are a tiger, but you have an eye.
That's poetic, though. Yeah.
Our tiger friend here
I will lose
was
the tiger to
protecting
become the tiger.
the Eye of the Tiger. Therefore, Paige, if you will.
Paige
Yeah, hello.
I would like to make an offer that since you have the eye of the tiger within you, that you can see through your eye.
Oh.
Yeah, if I can, I like wink it at them.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, the eye of the tiger is well protected within our borders.
You see both of the pair in front of you, their eyes swirl with like bronze, and they look at you deeply with their true sight. And they see that you are telling the truth and that you are in fact using this device. Kyler, given your knowledge of dragons, you realize that you are looking at a pair of bronze dragons, not just one in front of you.
Ooh, okay. Man, it would have been so bad if they saw anything. That means there's 4 bronze dragons? Anyway.
Wait, what?
The terms of...
Never mind.
The terms of our orders have been completed. Are you all that is left of the leadership of this place?
I don't believe so. As far as I'm aware, there are still other quartermasters.
We are permitted to land now that we are convinced the area is safe, and they start to spiral down in front of you towards the...
boy. Okay. Is there room for them to land? It's pretty street.
You see below you that Lumen is clawing her way out of the center well. She's like just at the top, and you can see her wings are like just pulling her back. Now remember, Lumen doesn't know what holds her here, but she's just what's happening? I need to know what's happening. I can't see anymore what's happening, and she's just clawing her way to the top of the center well.
Can I go help her?
You come down on your Griffin and land beside her. Derry! My brave librarian! You did it! I think you did it! Did you do it?
I think so. I think we did all the things you said. We took the thing into the top of that thing, and we did the
You can still see it
beam.
glowing. It's so beautiful. And it's like streaking out into the sky. And it's starting to fade now, but it would have lasted a good hour at least. And the sun is beginning to set. What's... There are the good ones, right? The bronze ones are the good ones, I know
bronze
that.
are good, yeah.
So
I talked to them. They're cool. They're
got
cool.
It all cleared?
They're cool, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, well...
Are you able to get out of the well? Are you able to... Can I help you in any way?
No,
or?
I can't. This is... Oh, and she tries it hard. This is as far as I can go, and I've never made it this far before.
What's the magic that's still holding you down there? I thought we got rid of it. Am I confused?
You just understand the magic. She has to get rid of her feathers. She has to renounce her wings. She has to give up on her tie to the Candlekeep to get out. You need to tell her that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She doesn't know.
Okay, Lumen. The way you can be free is to renounce your ties to Candlekeep. It's safe now. You've done your duty. And if you shed your feathers, is that right?
Yeah.
If you shed your feathers, you will be free. We saw it in the magic thing.
Did you Paige? You took the feather and you put it in it, and it told you this. You look really good.
That's a yes. That's a yes in Tiger.
I headbutt her. Nuzzle.
That's nice.
Okay. Well, that's a lot. The dragons, by the way, they're keeping their distance, and you can see that Smo and Arani Soka and Gerardo are also starting to come up out of the center well. All those that were down below appeared a bit worse for wear, but they are coming up. They're all giving you the space for this conversation. Lumen says, I don't know that I want to give up the plexus and Candlekeep. What do you think I should do? And she looks at each of you in turn.
I think you should follow your heart. What do you want for yourself? You've done so much for Candlekeep already. I think you should look into yourself and decide what you want for yourself.
Thank you, Derry. Those are really good words. Ripley, do you have anything to add?
You know, I spent most of my life as a cloistered cleric. And you know, it wasn't until the last year that I really ventured out of that and came to Beaconhold, and it was probably one of the best experiences of my life. So I mean, I'm all for experiencing new things and breaking out of your cloister. So, you know, I say you've done enough for this place.
Kyler?
I'm kind of like Ripley. I spent a lot of time in a room full of a lot of magical items, and at no point did I ever get to see what those magical items do, because no one took them out of the room. And I thought there was only one way to learn, and I thought that there was only one way to fly, and that's not true in any of those accounts. That's what I'll say.
Tiger Page, you look so regal.
I shake out of my tiger form. Hey, I just learned today that I'm actually, from a book. And I knew that before, but
That's the best place to be from.
Truly, it really is. And I can't wait to learn who wrote it. And I just, there's so much more beyond this place. And you've done so much for it here. And there's so much more to learn. And I think it's safe. And I think you did what you needed to do. And you could do it again for somewhere else. You're incredible. Somewhere else might need you even more now.
My lovely, lovely librarians. And you see her feathers just fall down the well. And she sort of hunches up for a moment, and she stretches up, and she has always had a flower crown and flower necklaces and the symbol of the lotus and things like that. And you see that she is now human from the waist up, and has the body of a tiger. She stretches her arms, which are new. She wiggles her fingers and she sort of flaps them. She's no flight. Okay. Oh, and she touches her flower crown. She's like, that's a lot easier to do. Nice. Courageous. She looks at each of you in turn. Beautiful. Clever. Librarians. Yes. Let's let Candlekeep do its thing. Keep knowledge. But I have a new name now. Curio. I feel like getting out there and asking questions, finding new stuff. And I have a feeling that librarians might be the best people to take on that adventure. So let's take some of those first steps. Let's go.
Okay.
And
Can I make an offer, Jen?
Yes.
I would like... there is not a lot of times in this show where we got to take a short rest. So a wizard's arcane recovery ability doesn't come in handy often. I would love to use whatever arcane magic is inside me to regain a 3rd level spell slot so that I can cast Fly on Lumen. Curio.
Okay, on Curio. You do. And she gallops like, a tiger would, leaps over the center well. And as you saw her feathers falling below into the well, she flies up and around the beam of knowledge that you have set out into the sky. And out in the void, between the points of the multiverse, the lights of Beaconhold and Candlekeep swell and shine brightly. In the darkness, there's a void of light that moves against that verscape, those many points of light. And you see with your narrative eyes, that it rears back from the twin diamonds of knowledge, and its broad wings, beyond the concept of size, flap. A massive maw of nothingness shakes back, snaps in frustration, thwarted. Let's take a moment while we bask in the end of this story, the story of pages and mages. We've played this as a show with, as you mentioned, Griffin, few times for even a short rest to take up any of the loose threads that we've woven. But we're really friends. We've created characters, we've told a story together, and we've been doing it over a remarkable year. Even though we haven't been able to play together in person during that year, we've grown closer, and our characters have grown closer. And sometimes our connections to those characters and the stories we've told have surprised us with how strong they've been. I want to give you all a chance to suggest scenes to work through what your character would like to do in the next couple months, and picture that flame of knowledge, of curiosity burning brightly in your heart. What is your character doing? We can roleplay them, or you can just tell me in a general way about it. I mean, I know it's after 10, so if you want to just do it quickly, but I want you to sort of have a chance to get any last scenes or questions in.
I will make an offer with Derry. I would like to see him just thriving as a quartermaster, and helping rebuild Candlekeep in whatever damage that was caused during this attack on knowledge, as it were. And he becomes more confident and more even more kind and less what's the word? Go. What's that thing?
Ambitious.
Impulsive. Sorry.
Impulsive.
less impulsive and a little more taken from the friends he's met, and notice that some of them are a bit more intelligent and a bit more like, let's take a pause and think about this rather than just run in and chop things with your axes. So he becomes a bit more stable in that sense. And then he retires to his quarters, where he has several different items from his journey, the purple rod,
Never know.
and the what was the other thing he got? Doesn't matter. There's a bunch of things, like things from Beaconhold as well, like maybe a piece of an ace, that he fought, just like all these relics all throughout his quarters. And then runs in a little otter that he has adopted, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Gerardo." Oh,
that's nice.
he has a little otter that he's named Gerardo, in tribute to his friend.
That's so sweet. I think all those things easily happen. And Gerardo, for instance, the outgoing quartermaster, would help you out in his gruff way. But you sense that there is sort of a turnover in the leadership of Candlekeep at this point, that it is both Smo and Flash Gordo being sort of older gnomes, and given what's happened to them during the course of this, they are looking for new talent, and same with Gerardo, that there's sort of time now for him to start thinking about maybe turning back some of the undercover work that he was doing, and certainly will be here to help you. Maybe he will even keep his apartments here at Candlekeep, but he may be sort of toning down his role as quartermaster as well. Anyone else have a scene that they'd like to do?
I think Kyler has discovered a lot about what there is to discover outside of Beaconhold. And I think that, the literal scenario and the metaphor of not taking the magic items out of the room, you won't know what they do, rang a little true. So I think he's going to work with his stepmom, Janine, to set up kind of training ground, or maybe a better way is a firing range, where the magic items can be tested. For a number of reasons. One, for, of course, research and science, but two, so that hopefully Beaconhold can deal with threats a little bit differently. I would love to spend the next few months focusing on learning particularly the spell Magnificent Mansion, so that my moms don't have to live in a rubble apartment.
There's a lot to rebuild in Beaconhold too, isn't
Lots
there?
of stuff to happen, yeah. And I would like to spend some time with Paige and write some stories about her storybook parents.
Nice.
Cool, right?
Yeah, and so long as one of you stays, like each, like as long as there's one of you on each side of the portal remains open, so you're able to visit between the two, so long as maybe Ant stays in Beaconhold on his travels. So there'd be a lot of, I think, cross-pollination between this little group of adventurers and help you out with that firing range.
And I also specifically invite Ripley over for dinner because I think Linda will really like him.
Major Ripley?
I would definitely like to. I think I'd stay in Candlekeep for a while, in Faerun. And maybe if Ripley was interested, to learn a little bit about Ilmater and how that connects, and maybe if we can, visit the elves that raised Ant, go and check that out and connect with the elvish culture here. That would be really cool, and maybe see how that lands with Ripley. Because the hero in the story was from Faerun, yes? Not from Eberron. Yeah. So I think I would spend as much time as, a couple of months in Faerun. But I would go home. I would go back eventually. And I don't think I would stay in the library anymore. I would maybe go and, there's woods where there are druids in Eberron. And I would like to go and talk to them. Yeah. There are orcs there, and fascinating adventures to learn. Yeah, that's where I would go. And have dinner every week with Kyler and his mums.
That map beckons for a time when any of you are willing, together, ready to actually go into it.
Yeah. Oh, and I definitely have a day with Derry where we make potions together and we pick flowers and we talk about plants and herbs, because we never get to do that.
It's true.
And
you get to play with Gerardo, my
absolutely.
pet.
I wild shape into an otter and we play around. It's wonderful. And I make Gerardo take me over the waterfall.
Yeah, that's a fun ride.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripley, is there anything for you?
Yeah, I think for sure Ripley's going to join Paige in Candlekeep for a while. Teach her as much as he knows about Ilmater, and go visit the elves and do all of that stuff.
And Ripley, I feel like when you go to visit those elves, those little clues that have been like breadcrumbs before you, your ability to resist charm, your ability to see in the dark, these things will unfold to you, that perhaps you've got some family out there that...
Yeah, well, it's strange. It's funny. I always thought that was just a thing that I did until I started talking to some of these elves, and yeah, sure enough, I realized that actually that's an elvish thing, and it occurs to me that my parents, the Creeds, were in fact my adoptive parents, and they never let on where I was from. But I learned now that my true parents were elvish warriors, and they had to give me up so that they could continue fighting their war. And yeah, I think that's kind of bolstering knowledge for Ripley to know that his real parents are out there, and someday he'll probably come across them. But yeah, I think he's really grateful to Paige for leading him down there, and getting a chance to experience that. I think after all of that, he does go back to Beaconhold. He goes back to Krona Peak, his monastery, and sees Lorien again. I think the biggest thing that the Ripley's learned is that he did spend most of his life as a cloistered scholar in the monastery, learning the ways of Filmator and then, you know, learning as much as he could about his chosen faith. But he also saw how quickly that could turn to dogma, and the evil that Don Pater brought with him. And it wasn't until he visited the library in Beaconhold that his worldview really widened. And so he starts to talk to Lorien about maybe expanding the library in the monastery a little bit, and bringing in a little bit more knowledge, so that people can kind of expand their worldview a little bit and keep away from any sort of dogmatic leanings.
And whenever you are on any adventures, any of you, that might have to do with answering questions, bringing knowledge to other places, Curio is always happy to join you. And so we turn over the last page on the stories of Beaconhold and Candlekeep, on the struggle of freedom and curiosity against control and ignorance, and the tale of how Gerardo and Derry became the friends that Derry always thought they were. How Ripley had his core faith shaken and rebuilt with support from his friends. How Kyler embraced danger, and how Paige learned to revel in her strength. How Ant held on to the great goodness within him, and Zrill really truly made Rosette proud. And on how all of the core senior team here, Kevin, Jason, Kurt, Sarah, Calvin, Justin, Alan, Emma, Griffin, and me, I'm Jen, made this year shine just a little bit brighter for us. Thank you.
Oh, Jen.
Nice.
My heart.
All right, everybody. That concludes the final episode of the second season of the D20 Initiative, Pages and Mages. Just want to give a full shout out to our complete cast. Jen did thank everybody, but we'll just go through everybody so it's all there. We had Sarah Bannister, Justin Bourne, Emma Breaker, Griffin Cork, Kevin Cork, Calvin DiSilva, Jen Gerritsen, Alan Johnson, Finn LeCoulin, Jason, and Kurt McKinstry. Thank you so much for all the people who tuned in for the last episode, and of course who have followed us from the offline world at the bar to this online Zoom. You've stuck with us. Thank you very much. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. Please stay tuned. We will be finalizing what happens next season. We don't know exactly what's going to go on or when it's going to go on, but watch our website, watch the socials. We're going to make sure that we keep everybody updated and well informed. I'm Kevin Cork, the MC. I want you to thank you again. Feel free to catch up, like I said, of all the material that's on YouTube. Catch up on the bonus material that was just created. So please, everybody, stay safe, stay well.
Wait, the Yeti minis.
Oh, the Yeti Mini.
Don't stay safe.
Don't
risky.
stay safe.
Stay risky.
For 5 minutes.
Mini.
Gamble for this mini.
All right. So, and I should also thank our volunteers, of course. Raj and Karen and Jason and MacGyver. You did excellent work, all of you. So let me just find a foresighter. And all right. Okay, so number 3. Karen Cork has been dying for a D&D miniature. I'm sure that's Christmas taken care of right there.
There you go. There you go.
A Lamia? I bet she would like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So thanks again for everybody. And does anybody want to give any last words, any last shout outs, anything else before we sign off?
Thank you,
All right.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, and have an excellent rest of your summer.